outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the Qualifier 2 finals for the Lenovo Intel Presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. I'm your caster, Assassin47. Joining me today on the desk is none other than your favorite caster, Crips, and we are here to narrate the entire story of whatever's going to be happening for day 2 of the Qualifier 2 finals as well. Crips, how are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling really excited to cast Apex once again. I heard that you were casting yesterday, and there were some pretty amazing matches yesterday as well. So I'm really excited to see what kind of storylines continue into today, and which one of these teams can stay at the top, who can overthrow them, are there any comebacks possible, or if the lead just keeps on increasing. That's what I want to see. I want to focus on the spicier storylines.
Definitely. We all want to go ahead and focus on those spicy storylines as well. But at the same time, let's quickly go ahead and, walk you through of what exactly happened in day 1. Let's pull up the current standings as well. And we're going to be taking a look at what exactly is happening right now for Qualifier 2, where sites are the ones who are actually leading the entire Qualifier 2 finals for now with a total of 67 points, Grips. And I'm not even going to lie, the way sides did it in style yesterday is just insane. They were the ones to get 2 champion titles to their name, and Vector Sports are the ones without even a champion title. They're sitting at the second spot with a total of 60 points as well. The kill points are something that actually, sets Vector Sports apart, and the amount of damage and the amount of squad wipes they get in a match is insane.
Man, Vector Sports second in charge, followed by Washed Apex Spots. They have 58 points, and even they don't have any wins, but they do have plenty of placement points. VerdXE, naughty. They have 45, and they're sitting at the 4th place, followed by Play Like Pros. So these teams, these 5 teams, are the ones who are currently dominating the tournament so far. We have Banes at 6, but then the gap between Play Like Pros and Banes is quite a lot. And then every other team that follows after that, they're going to have to do some serious heavy lifting if they want to break into the top 5 today.
To be honest, Play Like Pros as well, they made their way in from the 7th or the 8th spot to the 5th spot as well. They got themselves the champion title in the final stage of day 1 as well. It was absolutely amazing to see Play Like Pros go ahead and get it in style. By the way, it was the final match of the day where they went ahead and got themselves that champion title. OP Skills, they've also made their way in from the 11th to the 10th spot. So usually today, we are going to be taking a look at teams from rank 6 to rank 10, because that is where I feel like we are going to be seeing a little bit of a change. KXB Esports were the ones to go ahead and get the champion title for the first match, Grips. But then after that, they were not able to do much. All they were able to do was just rack up some kill points, rack up some placement points as well. They used to just drop down over towards Harvester or even over towards Fragment, and they were not able to do much as we eventually made our way in towards the final ring and the final zones as well. So KXB Esports, that was kind of unfortunate over there, but it's okay. We're expecting more stuff from them today. From the side of Vector Sports, actually, I am looking forward to seeing them get a champion's title, because every single time they come really close, they always manage to, stay at the top 3 at the end of a match. So let's hope that they're going to be able to get themselves a win today. They're going to be able to do that, then awesome. They might just go ahead and dethrone sites on the final standings.
Tell me what happened to OP Skills, because they also have a game win, but then barely any placement points, just 15, followed by 9 kill points. Seems like they had one good game, and after that, they have been struggling a little.
Yes, exactly. Just like KXB Esports, right? They had one good game. They went ahead and got the victory in that as well. It was actually sort of a clutch for the side of OP Skills. It was a 1vX situation for that final player. And he actually got themselves that that kill as well, that squad wipe. It was a 1 versus 2, if I'm not wrong, and he went ahead and got himself that win as well. After that game and before that game, OP Skills were not able to do much, right? Like, they barely managed to get any squad vibes. They would always tend to just lock themselves inside of places where, they used to get caught between crossfires and during the rotations. All of these other teams like Vector Sports and Watch Apex Bots, they just come in and wipe them out. Watch Apex Bots and Vector Sports are the ones to actually look out for because they are the ones who are doing and dishing maximum amount of damage. OP skills. So they had one good game, as you did mention. They have pretty good placement points because they managed to stay top 5, top 10 at the end of a match. But yeah, not really that much. One good game, and that was pretty much it. But they still managed to survive in top 10. They were actually the 12th or the 11th spot, and then they made their way into the top 10 as well. So that's pretty good for them.
All right, so all these teams, they have a decent chance of getting inside the top 6 today. Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the qualifier, and all you need to do is get inside the top 6, which might sound easy, but it's a lot harder than what it sounds like. We already have 6 teams qualified for the finals. This is the second qualifier, which means 6 more will join them. And you need to somehow overthrow Team Baines, who are currently the gatekeepers of the leaderboard. They're sitting at 33 frags. Aviator Esports and KXP have a decent chance of overthrowing them. But then you can never expect Baines what they'll do. They might just go ahead and increase their points and, I don't know, maybe overtake and get inside the top 5 instead of staying at the door of it.
Baines were this close, by the way. Like, Baines were this close to going ahead and getting themselves a champion win as well. It was a 1 versus 1 against another squad, but unfortunately they were not able to do much, so they got taken down as well. Baines also managed to do quite a lot of damage yesterday, but still, no champion wins and not enough points to just make their way in over towards the top 5. But they managed to make the cut. They're in the top 6. They're at the 6th rank, so it's nothing to worry about. Total of 33 points, so there's nothing to worry about for them. They can easily rack up the kill points today, maybe get a win, maybe just place themselves at good enough position, top 5, top 3 at the end of the match, and they should survive the top 6 as well. And not if teams like Aviator Esports and KXB Esports come in with a little bit of a tough reply, maybe another champion title or something like that. Only time will tell.
All right. I mean, if that was the playstyle on day one, like, tell me something. Were these guys very sweaty? Were they very passive? Were they played tactically, or were they just, feeling like it and fragging everyone out? What was the vibe like yesterday?
So on the side of Vector Sports, they would just moving over towards Harvester or even Fragment. They would get the loot and they would just go ahead and take the fight as well. Like, that is sort of the playstyle coming out from the side of Vector Sports, though. As far as other teams are concerned, at the start, they were pretty passive, but then later down, when we moved on over towards the 3rd and the 4th game, we saw teams like Team Alu just dropping over towards Lava Siphon, Lava City. They would just go ahead and take the fight initially. They would die, they would get a squad wipe, and it was just overall chaos over towards Lava Siphon and Lava City as well. Thermal Station as well was one place where we saw a lot of action happening right off the bat. A lot of teams, they changed their stance from passive to an aggressive one yesterday towards the later stage of the day. 3rd or the 4th match was just insane. 5th match was where we actually saw teams making a little bit of a shift from that aggressive to a passive, and then again back to aggressive mid-game. It's nice little shifts coming out from all of these teams, but at the same time, teams like Team Vector Sports and Watched Apex Bots are the ones who are just not scared about anything. They're just going ahead and taking their fights. Watched Apex Bots, you would see them dropping over towards... we saw them yesterday on Countdown. We also saw them moving over towards the Epicenter as well. Climatizer is one spot where they love to drop as well. So all of these teams, they moving over towards certain places where they know that they would get top tier loot. And also at the same time, they would get a fight as well. So they would just drop down over there, take the fight, do so much damage. Like in the first match itself, I remember Watched Apex Bots. They dropped down over towards Countdown. They got themselves 2 squad wipes, and they did more than 1,000, 2,000 damage right there. So that was
Damn.
Yeah, that was kind of nice coming out from the side of Watched Apex Bots.
All right, so that's one team to look out for, and they are in the top 3. So yeah, definitely a force to be reckoned with. Do you think it's possible for these guys to climb up to the number 1 rank?
Maybe. I mean, Watched Apex Bots, they really don't have a champion title to their name. If they can manage to get one today, maybe they are just going to go ahead and overthrow the side of Sites or even Vector Sports. But at the same time, we know for a fact that Vector Sports and Sites are pretty good at the same time. So it is going to be that constant battle between all 3 of these teams to just get that top 3 as well. The match is ready. Why don't we quickly jump straight into it after the message from our sponsors?
from the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to match 1 of day 2. Qualifier 2 finals of the Lenovo Intel presents Rise of Legion for Apex Legends. We are all set and ready to dive straight in towards the match and the map as well. It's going to be again World's Edge, by the way, if you guys don't know already. I'm going to be seeing teams moving in over towards their respective drop sites. We're going to be seeing the side of Team Vector Sports making their way over towards the staging this time around, though, instead of the Harvester. Interesting. I guess they know for a fact the Team Sir have already dropped it over towards the Harvester. And they're like, oh, we're just going to yeet our way over towards staging. And then we're going to reclaim our spot once again. The side of Aviator Sports, they are going to be the ones who are in front of your screens right now. Now looting up, got themselves pretty good loot. Wow. L-Star, R99, longbows, everything is just right in front of their eyes, and it's going to be the L-Star getting picked up as well. Longbow is going to be thrown away. Good choice, episode.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have fragmented themselves. I doubt they might have any enemies next to them. If there are, then they would have started fighting already. But, yeah, Fragment being the central city, it definitely has the best loot. And usually you see way too many fights over here, but this time it's a rather calm start. So, yeah, these guys must have had quite a lot of advantage. And Aviator Esports are one of the teams that are currently, well, not exactly in the lead, but they're on their way to the top. So, definitely one to look out for. Now, you told me something about teams changing their drop locations. They went to staging instead of countdown.
Yeah.
Does that happen often? Like, do the teams have fixed drops and they go there every
Yeah, I
game,
mean,
or do they
Vector
keep on alternating?
Vector Sports did, did manage to drop in over towards the staging this time around, though, but usually they go in over towards the Harvester, or even the Fragment. That is their fixed drop side. But this time around, though, I think they saw Team Sir dropping in over towards the Harvester, and they're like, whoop, let's just move in over towards the staging and then eventually claim our spot as well.
All right, so no teams over here are comfortable with landing and fighting directly. All they want to do is get their loot up, get kitted up, and then they decide to pick up the fights whenever possible, right?
Yes.
All right. So this time inside of Fragment West, we have Team Best 9. And in Fragment East, we have Aviator Esports. These teams might just fight each other, assuming Aviator Esports hasn't left Fragment already. And if these guys are still around, then they will definitely have an early game fight. Tell me what the vibe was like yesterday. Did we see a lot of early game fights, or was everything just left up to the end game?
Oh, damn. Vishnu just found himself a purple backpack as well. But yeah, to your question, yes, I mean, at the start, I told you, right? At the start of the day, it was pretty chill. It was just teams trying to figure each other's strats out, trying to figure out how each of the players, what are their tendencies. And then eventually later down the line, once they analyzed that, they were like, you know what, okay, this team drops in over towards the Lava Siphon or the Lava City, just go ahead and take them down. And that's exactly what the side of Word.exe did as well onto the side of Team Alu. Yesterday, I still remember Word.exe, they just bounced it over towards the side of Team Alu, and Team Alu were like, damn, this was our area, and you just came in and took us down.
All right. Well, KXP Esports are in Lava Fissure. Currently, they have no threat, but then if they start to rotate towards the south, then they will come across all the teams in staging and maybe near countdown as well. They don't need to go downstairs. I mean, they are at the edge of the zone. They might as well just wait it out. They'll probably scan the ring and then make a run for it.
Yeah, KXP Esports. But for now, though, we are going to be seeing them making their way in to try and get some information. Like, now that they are doing pretty good. Oh, Aviator Esports have already put themselves in a fight right now. Aviator Esports are going to be fighting themselves. Who exactly is that team? Best of 9?
Best 9. Yeah.
Best 9, yeah.
All right. Well, it seems like 2 people have already been killed, and Best 9 on the verge of getting their revives back. They should be able to revive most of their players, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Very early fight going in the favor of Best 9, but Devilstone still survives. Unfortunately, he hasn't recovered the balance of his fallen teammates yet. If he can do that, then he can bring them back online. But of course, even that is pretty risky.
It is. Thunder Buddies, on the other hand, got themselves a pretty good loot as well. Gold shields on the Octane. Evita Esports have lost themselves 2 players, and it's just down to Devil Stoner. Wow, Devil Stoner today is playing Seer. Yesterday, Devil Stoner was playing the Octane. And today, Abizone is playing the Octane. Interesting switcheroo. I'm not really sure what happened over there. Devil Stoner, yesterday he had some pretty interesting plays with the Octane.
Thunder Buddies are just passing by the southern edge of the fragment area, or maybe capital city. That's what you call it. Um, I mean, the name keeps on changing with the seasons, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm surprised Thunder Buddies did not participate in that battle, even though they were passing right by it. Maybe they were just a little bit late to the party, and the fight had already ended back then. We see them now, but I don't think they were close to fragment when the fight between Aviator and Best9 was happening. So, yeah, they avoid getting third-partied for now. OP Skills, on the other hand, just finished moving up towards Thermal Station, and we have another fight on our hands already. Birdie XT, these guys are fighting just on the edge of tree, and they have the death totem as well. Let's go. Let's see if these guys can make this thing work to their advantage, and they're about to third party in a fight between Team Sir and another one. And they've already found one of the players of Sir inside this building. They might just be able to, isolate him and kill him. The players of Sir are already retreating from the first fight, only to run into the others. Begum has been sent back, but that doesn't mean he's any less deadly now. They will be able to at least get one kill. Even his teammate Octane has just managed to Phoenix get up after getting a knock. After that, I guess these guys have enough time to heal themselves and then re-engage into the fight. Almost got the kill, but Begum narrowly missed that fight. Well,
Yeah,
it seemed like his
1.exe
teammate-
are 1.exe are actually taking the fight against the side of Team Sight. And
Oh,
it's interesting
okay.
it's interesting to see them, going ahead and challenging the behemoths right at the bat.
All right, Word.exe versus Team
Sides.
Sides. These guys are, the top teams off the table right now. And if these guys end up fighting each other right now, and if one of them dies, the entire lobby will be happy.
And Team Sir are also
Yeah.
here, by the way. So it's actually like 3 squads fighting each other. Team Sir versus Word.exe versus Sights. Yatu Place is already down, so I'm not really sure if the side of Team Sights can do much without him.
Well, there was some pretty sick moves from Nan Kebab, and he's able to not just knock, but also finish off 2 members of Team Sir. Those were some really, really sick moves. He used the jump pad, and while mid-air, he was able to knock one guy with the L-Star and then finish off the other one with the R99 as he was landing. And Jesus, that was some really, really sick moves. The tracing on this man is incredible.
Well, Team Thunder as well, they've put themselves in a fight, I guess. I saw Akuabara in the kill feed. He's engaging someone, he's got a knock as well. But on our screens right now is going to be Zesty, the final player from the side of Team Sir, who is trying to just escape out of this situation. He has got an amazing legend as well, and he's playing Wraith. Amazing escape artist right there. She can just, quickly make her way out of here as well. Wow, the Gibby ult. And on top of that, the
my
Seer ult
God.
is here as well. Team Alu, they're in a little bit of a problem. But at the same time, Shams is going to be the new kill leader with a total of 3 kills. His shields have been upgraded to gold as well. He's got himself the teleport. There you go. We're seeing the teleport getting activated. They're going to be opening up a portal so that they can instantly get that player up. And they can easily, all 3 of them can survive and fight from here on out.
Well, Team Alu successfully defending the landslide area, and they also managed to get the high ground over here. This is pretty important because not only is it inside the next circle, but this is a major crossing point for a lot of teams, which means they will be coming across a lot of players who will be rotating in this area. I hope they're able to defend themselves because, if a fight starts over here, it won't just be one team. I'm pretty sure some other team will come into third party. This is a very, very common area that teams used to rotate. So, yeah, they gotta be prepared for this one.
And I'm pretty sure that they will be prepared for this as well. Team Alu. Well, they're gonna go ahead and get themselves whatever loot they can as well. Just recharge their shields. Some shield batteries in. Get a Phoenix kit maybe, if they can. Phoenix kit just makes everyone's life so easy.
Phoenix Kid, it does make their lives easy, but it's a bit too lengthy to use. So I guess that's why some people avoid. I mean, I guess that's why most of the teams just avoid picking it up, and they would much rather just use the shield batteries whenever they can. But here we have Team Washed Up Bots, and these guys are on the verge of knocking two people out. Very low HP on their opponents. Let's see if they're able to engage and finish them off. But it seems like their opponents want to fall back. Somehow they're splitting up, so they have to choose which target to chase now. Oh no, they found him. They found Ronin. And the other one has just managed to run away. They killed two, and just one surviving. I guess it's the Octane that ran away. And they've finished them off as well. So no chances of revival, no chance of banner recovery as well. Washed Up Bot. Oh no, they got John FPS. And it seems like this one player who was just running away from them somehow will be able to help them out. But Team Alu has also arrived over here, a third party. Not something that they were expecting this soon, Assassin.
Yeah, Team Alu, well, Washed Apex Bots, they're going to be like, wait, where the hell did Team Alu come in from? Well, they have arrived and they're here to go ahead and take down Washed Apex Bots as well. Washed Apex Bots, it was a pretty good play coming out from them, but at the same time, can't really blame them because Team Alu, they are on a streak right now. Already got themselves a squad wipe and they're looking for more. Got themselves pretty damn good loot. Flatline, L-Stars, you name it, they've got it. Yeah, they're looking to go ahead and eliminate one other squad as well. That is the side of, pretty sure which squad this is, by the way. But yeah, Team Alu, they definitely are going to go ahead and try and dish on more and more damage. To the side of Remox, just go ahead and use that EVA 8 as well. Try and get himself a frag. The R301 is going to run out of bullets and it's going to be the side of Shams to go ahead, use a Void Edge and make his way out of here.
Yeah, but they all need to shield up, and I don't know if they will get the chance to. Rinox over here needs to buy some time for his teammates to shield up, and now they're prepared. He's able to hold the Octane back, but now he's going to swing wide, and there comes the knock with the EVA 8. Instant trade from his other guy, but they are able to wipe them out, and with that, they win. No FPS. A massive player has been taken down, but on the other side of the map, we have Verdi XC, and they're still continuing to fight. Oh my god, two of their players have already been sent back to the totem. Will they be able to survive this onslaught?
Word.exe, well, they need to be careful. They spotted out another squad, and I don't think so. That way should go ahead and take this fight, though. It's pretty damn low. He has to go ahead and recharge his shields as well. He has to heal up with the squad. And then together as a unit, they can try and take that fight. Is the other side, that is Team Banes. They're looking pretty healthy, and they're looking pretty looted up as well.
Alright, it's Bane versus Verdi XC. Luckily, the Seer Q ability comes in a little bit late. These guys have already done their healing, so nobody gets interrupted. Plus, I don't think the opponent Team Banes are looking to push them just yet, because if they try to go full Zen lane into one of the squads, the others will follow. At this point, Team Banes are kind of surrounded right now. They started to fight Verdi XE, but then they realized there's others at their back, so now they have to tuck themselves into a corner. And oh my god, did I just see an alternator on one of these guys? My goodness, you must remember, alternator with the disruptor rounds now is deadly.
Yeah, if they do have an alternator, then that is something that you have to be scared about as well if you are facing off against the side of Word.exe. But for now, though, it is going to be Lanka to go ahead and do so much damage. The shields are gone for sure. It is going to be the side of Nankabab to go ahead and finish off what he started. There you go. Take down Blank, and with that, Bane. And a little bit of a problem though, Banes, they need to be careful that what was that player trying to do? Was he just trying to get something from the loot box?
Yeah, he was trying to swap the shield of his fallen teammate. A good choice considering you have almost no time to heal up. Plus, there are so many seers around, you will never be able to heal properly. Alpha needs to run away right now. There is another player being revived at the edge of Geyser. And Bird.exe have found their next prey, but that is if they are able to get rid of their first set of opponents. Now they have a choice.
This ring has pretty much screwed Word.exe, if I'm not wrong.
I mean, they're safe for now, but I don't think the next ring will favor them. But for now, they can just continue holding. They have a lot of options right now. And it seems like they're going for a lengthier rotation from outside the ring. They're going to climb up to the higher ground and move over on the other side. I just hope that they don't get taken down while this is happening. And they make it. Really, really smart rotation from the side of Bird.exe as they're able to get themselves not only to the high ground, but up from that cliff, they can go to anywhere in the ring without getting pincered by the opponent teams.
Wasn't that Team Banes who just made that rotation?
Yeah. That's what I said,
Yeah.
right? Baines made the rotation, and Vertix. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
Baines that made the rotation.
Yeah, yeah.
Vertix was the ones who were chasing them. But no, Alpha Q, he's dead to the zone, and he's getting gate kept right now. Sefan, after taking such a risky rotation to the higher ground, he has to fall back downstairs, and he's just hiding behind a rock.
Oh my god. The Gibraltar, he just left the game as well. I'm not really sure what's happening. But hey, the micro drones are going to detect Sefan, and I don't think so he's going to stay alive. Watch Epic Spots on the other hand. All three of them are alive. I don't think so. Switchy is going to be alive for a long time if he goes ahead and gets taken down or takes a fight. So go ahead and use the medkit for now, though, and he's going to be doing just that. There you go. The medkit is going to be in. The shields is going to be used. With that, we are going to be seeing Watch Apex bots who are going to survive for now. 6 squads left out, and look at the ring crips.
Yeah, Bailey Sports have just been finished off. Victory Sports have quite a decent position. They only have a very narrow cliff. Like, if you bombard them with a lot of grenades, they won't have a lot of space left to run away. But for now, it seems like they found their next prey, hiding inside this little compound. Let's see if they're able to push them right now, or if they won't. There are too many teams around here, and going full send might not be the smartest choice.
1.exe are inside of that building. One thermite might just go ahead and force them out as well. But I don't think so that these guys are going to go ahead and do it. For now, though, they're looking for information in Vector Sports. They have a lot of information as well. There you go. They're going to go ahead and hit the side of Teamboard.exe. And with that, definitely Anub is going to be the one to go ahead and engage onto the other team, by the way. That is going to be John FPS and Gang. And I feel as if definitely Anub might just be able to do something. So they go ahead and take down... Actually, it's Shams from the side of Team Alu going to take down Devil Stoner from Aviator Sports. Aviator Esports, I was not sure if they were alive till now. They already had like 2 players left out.
Exactly,
Now-
and
and now
those
Aviator
two
Esports are
players,
gone.
yeah, those two players like died very early in the game in that early fragment battle.
Yeah.
And if they're able to get to the top 5, that's massive, actually.
So Vector Sports for now, though, they are going to try and secure themselves some good terrain so that eventually later down the line when the ring closes in, they've got something to fight with.
Yeah, they've got World EXE in one compound, another team in the right-hand side building. Both of these buildings have been occupied by enemy squads, and they have the ridge for themselves. All 3 teams should be
there
safe
you
by
go.
now, but Washed Apex bots, these guys are going in for the send. They use their dead totems, they get sent back to their own compounds, and think they're going to make a run back once more.
Apex bots are going to be the ones to go ahead and charge in. They're going to try and take down the side of Teamboard.exe, and they've done it beautifully, if I'm not wrong. The EY8s are just absolute legends in this compound or in this house as well. Like close range EY8s, awesome combination. I feel like that Watched Apex bots, they are going to live to tell another tale. With 4 squads left out, I feel as if Watched Apex bots, they might have a chance at going ahead and getting this one out as well.
Watch Apex boss, there you go, you never see him coming. Finishing off one more opponent. Just gathering as many kills as they can. Vector Esports, they've been pretty silent for now, but this ring has just screwed them over. They need to make their way inside where Washed Up Apex resides. Team Alu as well, they need to make a rotation as well. And at this point, I think Washed Up bots, these guys have probably one of the best positions. Team Vector wants this, and you can see how much they're trying to initiate, but they're just so scared of getting flanked by Alu, they can't make a decision.
Yeah, Vector Esports, they're just stuck right there. And they're like, okay, there was Team Alu over towards the right-hand side. There are 2 players over there. And we are going to be seeing definitely Alu making that that pass as well over towards the other side. He's just going to make that pass and maybe try and go ahead and engage. From the side of Watched Apex bots, they're going to make the move. And like, all right, the next zone is about to come in. The next ring is about to close in as well. We have to quickly make our move and find ourselves some good terrain. Otherwise, we're just going to get taken down as well. It's going to be the side of Vector Sports to go ahead and engage on towards the side of Team Alu. The final player is just going to be right there. And I feel as if Nexus Abhi needs to give a little bit of a cover to the side of Anuj DBGT, because Anuj, he's so low. We're going to be seeing the Gibby shield coming in as well to try and save them out.
Vector Esports trying to rotate alongside the circles of that ring, just rotating along the edges. Meanwhile, Washed Apex bot, they might have the low ground, but I think they still have a little bit of the ring to themselves, but not too much cover, just one little rock and whatever is left of that compound. Now they have spotted Washed bots up on top of that ridge, but they jump down instead. And there's another team downstairs which is just waiting for them. It seems like the remainders of Team Alu are just trying to be as sneaky and as cheeky as possible, but Washed Apex bots tried to throw ordnance towards them. Let's see if it nets them a kill or if it's just gonna damage them and force them to use up their shields very early on.
Well, there you go. That's
no.
going to be the final player from the side of... yeah, that is Begum, right? Yeah, Word.exe. Final player from the side of team Word.exe. And it's going to be Washed Apex bots. Going to get another squad wipe as well. Well, they know for a fact that the last player from the side of team Alu is just below. So they have to do something about him. If they can just take them down, it's going to be a 1 versus 1 against the side of Vector Sports. Vector Sports versus the side of Washed Apex bots as well. For now, I would consider this as a 1 versus 1 between Washed Apex bots and Vector Sports, because the final player from the side of team Alu, he's not going to be able to do much anyways.
Yeah, he just needs to hide and somehow get his team to the second position. Washed Apex bots on the high ground. These guys must have a little bit of advantage that they need to use. But as soon as I say that, Nexus' nade connects onto Switchery. And this guy has been instantly down. I don't think there's any chance of revival right now, especially when the enemy team has a Seer. Washed Apex bots, they just stick to their guns. They're hoping that they will be able to finish off their opponents because there is no chance of reviving the Octane. And he's been finished off as well now. 2 versus 3. Versus 1. Whichever of these will come out on top. Washed Apex bots are now trying to go over towards the other side of the ring. They try and take their jump pads above the ridge, and they're both falling down to the ground. But no, with just 1 HP, he connects, and now Vector Sports, these guys have the advantage. The alternator, it just shreds everybody. Nexus Esports has an opportunity to revive his teammate, but he's probably not going to go for it. Somehow avoiding the micro drones. Let's see if he will be able to make this clutch happen. Might just be a 1v1 at this point.
Yeah, it is a 1 versus 1. Is the final player from the side of Team Alu, by the way. I told you, right? He's not going to be able to do much. All he has to do is just stay alive. And I feel like that him staying alive was the best option, as he might just go ahead and win this fight out as well. The flatline is just going ham. But no! Vector Sports! They come out clutch as the final player is going to go ahead and take down the player from the side of Team Alu. There's going to be Shams going down. There's going to be Vector Sports to go ahead and take that champion as well. Amazing stuff coming out from the side of Vector Sports, as they're going to be the ones to go ahead and their first champion as well. Overall and for the day as well.
Overall and for the day as well. Do you think this is enough for them to overtake Team Sides, considering Sides went down pretty early?
Yep. Yeah. Team Sides, they died pretty early, right into the game. And it's kind of unfortunate for them, but at the same time, really happy for the side of Vector Sports, because they are 90% gonna go ahead and overthrow the side of Sides, because Sides, they were at 67 points and Team Vector Sports were at 60. So this match is just gonna give them so many points. Vector Sports can easily dethrone the side of Team Sides.
Damn, Vector Sports, it was a crucial 1 versus 1, and these guys had so many decisions to make. Like, at one point, they were battling Washed Apex bots, they were battling, I think, Word.exe as well, and then far into the corner, Team Alu was hiding, which they had no idea about. To get out of that 3-way deadlock, it was such a difficult task. But then, even when it boiled down to a 1v1, such a high-pressure situation, when your enemy has the high ground, even then, they are able to win.
Yeah, we're going to be waiting for the match highlights to be ready as well, so that we can relive each and every moment into that match. But it was a very close one, and Vector Sports, they did a pretty good job. At the same time, you would question their decision of just going to the low grounds as well, right? Usually, teams tend to go ahead and take the high ground, try and get the vantage so that they can go ahead and pick each of the players who are towards the lower grounds as well. But then Vector Sports, I don't know, they somehow survived, and it was kind of fortunate for the final player for the side of Team Alu as well. He was like, these guys are just going to go ahead and take the fight against the other team. Why don't I just, hold onto the position that I am right now, just hold behind a rock. And eventually, later down the line, when both of these teams is just going to be left out in like a 1 versus 1 or a 2 versus 2, I'll just chime in and go ahead and do what is necessary. And the best part was that Vector Sports, they eliminated that team. They took them down. It was kind of beautiful to see the final player from the side of Team Alu to just go ahead at the exact same time. Even if he would have got taken down, right? He would have been in the second spot anyways. So that's kind of nice. Placement points there. Kill points are going to be there as well. But Vector Sports, they just come out clutch and they go ahead and put up the champion. Match highlights are ready, so why don't we quickly jump straight into the match highlights. And Crips, I'm definitely sure that you can go ahead and walk our lovely audience throughout the initial stage of the match highlights.
Well, we had quite a lot of early game fights. Well, the first fight happened inside of Fragment between Best 9 and Aviator Esports. And I'm actually very surprised because the last surviving member of Aviator Esports, the Seer, he was able to get into the top 5 just by surviving. So that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. But then came Word EXE, and these guys were just going ham on everyone. They started off towards the center part of the map, and look at this
Yeah.
stylish
They were the
frag.
ones. They were the ones to go ahead and take on the side of Team Sides.
Oh yeah, they were the ones who took them down. So definitely, Vector Sports will be thanking Word EXE. Plus that kill, the stylish double kill from Nankabab while he was jump padding on top of the roof, and then he slide off the other side. That was really really impressive to watch. That's the kind of stuff you see in trailers.
I kind of hate naan kebab because of his name. Like, it just makes me hungry. But okay,
He's
it's
hungry for
fine.
frags, so makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, he's hungry for frags. I'm hungry for his name, like naan kebab. But anyways, watch Apex bots. I told you right. Watch Apex bots. They have been putting up quite a massive performance right there, and with them going out and getting themselves two squad wipes. Um, in this clip right now, they got themselves two squad wipes. And then later down the line, they got themselves another one. So, yeah, Watch Apex bots, they've done themselves quite a lot for match one to place themselves at the second or the third spot easily. Like, they might just go ahead and dethrone the side of Team Sites as well. They might just push Team Sites onto the third spot. You never know. But Team Alu, on the other hand, they were the ones to actually make a difference the entire game. Like, they just came in big. Yesterday, compared to yesterday's performance scripts, today's performance for the Sara Team Alu is just insane. Like yesterday, you would see them every single time dropping over to his Lava City or Lava's Fun, take a fight, maybe get a squad wipe and die. But today, they survived till the very end, especially that final player.
Exactly, and those placement points are really going to help you out quite a lot, especially when your team died early on. You don't have too many kills. That's when you need to play for the positions. Washed Apex spots, I like their initial push, but then after that first push, they were not able to survive the entire game. And at one point, they got so busy in fighting that they basically found every little corner that they can hide inside and somehow ended up finding their opponents as well who were trying to rat.
Yeah. Watch Apex bots. Well, you would see in this clip, they were trying to go ahead and take on the side of Team Alu, if I'm not wrong. And yeah, Vector Sports, they were also right around the corner. It was the side of Team Vector Sports to go ahead and pounce it over towards Watch Apex bots. And there you go. So the stylish kill coming out from John, by the way, to go ahead and take down that player. But then he got traded as well. It was the final player, that Shamsu from the side of Team Alu to take on the final player from the side of Vector Sports as well. It was a good jump, it was a good spray down, but at the same time, just the fact that he ran out of bullets is something that screwed him up. Otherwise, he would have actually got it as well.
Yeah, he ran out of bullets at the worst time, and the reload is just so annoying. Like he had a gold magazine, but even that takes like a few seconds to reload. And when
He
you
had a
don't have,
flat line. It was
yeah,
pretty
a
good.
flat line with a gold magazine. So
Yeah.
even then, even when it requires no reloads, you can just stow away and pick up your other weapon. He ran out of ammo in that as well. So that was just really really unfortunate. But hey,
Yep.
Vector Esports picking up their first game, first win of the tournament. I think that's pretty impressive. And with this, they should probably be able to overtake team sites, considering site
Yep.
themselves had a bad game.
Yeah, Sites, they had a pretty bad game as well. Word.exe were the ones to go ahead and take them down. And we kind of expected that to happen because Word.exe, they have been dishing into damage since yesterday. And today, it was unfortunate for team sides to go ahead and get taken down as well. Yatu plays, I'm not really sure what exactly did he do, like off your screens and off our screens as well. We saw Yatu plays just getting taken down as well on the kill feed. It was by the Octane from the side of Word.exe. I'm not really sure what he did though, but they kind of got caught between two teams. There was a side of team Sir coming in from the Harvesters. There was Team Sites right there in the region that they died, and then Team Word.exe, they came in as well. So it was like a three squad fight happening right there, and they kind of got caught between the crossfire. Team Sir, the final raid. I'm not really sure what the raid did. By the way, we just completely forgot her. Like it's like she never existed. But then she did make her way out of that fight, and I am not really sure what happened to her later down the line. Anyways, maybe she might have got herself some placement points in for the team as well. So hopefully, Team Sir are going to be able to rack up some points as well compared to yesterday. The match standings are going to be ready really soon, and as soon as it's going to be ready, we're going to be jumping straight into the match standings. But I strongly believe that Team Vector Sports, they are going to go ahead and dethrone the side of Team Sides. Sides should be placing themselves at the third or the fourth spot. Watched Apex Bots, they should go up to second. And Team Alu, they should also move it over towards top six, if I'm not wrong. Top eight for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Alu needed this win, and that's what keeps the tournament more interesting. If it's just one team
Yeah.
winning again and again, then it becomes predictable. But yeah, like the winners of the current game, they did not. The winners of the current game did not have any trouble getting into the position that they wanted to
Yeah.
be in. Like they had the high ground to some extent, but then they knew when to give it up. They knew when to go down. And it's just perfect that way.
Match standings are ready, by the way, so let's just quickly jump straight towards the match standings and see what other points that we have got. So Team Alu are the ones to go ahead and rack up 11 kill points. Damn, a total of 20 points for them. Vector Sports with 16. What.exe with 15. Watched Apex Bot with 14. Interesting.
RDXE with 10 kills. That is massive. Plus, even
Yeah.
Team Alu, I expected them to die early on because they were picking up a lot of fights. But what I did not realize is that they have so many kills. They have the highest of the game so far. Plus, their last seer was able to just stay for as long as possible. And that gives them the placement points as well. 20 massive points for Team Alu. That's going to bring them back.
That's true, and I feel as if the side of Vector Sports, they also have to, sort of focus a little bit more on the fragging department today. Even though they did get the champion, they only managed to rack up 4 kill points. It was actually the 12 placement points that sort of helped them out as well to get that 16 overall and the win. But yeah, kill points. Not really sure. Like it is unlike of Vector Sports. Vector Sports yesterday was just picking up like 10 kill points, 11 kill points. Today 4. It's okay. Start of the day, kind of a warm up, but they still managed to get themselves a champion. So nothing to worry about over there. The current standings are ready. Let's move it over towards the overall standings and see what is happening. So yeah, I told you, right? Watch the big bots. They are gonna dethrone sides. Vector Sports are gonna take the first spot. What.exe on the fourth spot. Team Alu, they're going to make their way in towards the sixth spot as well. The top eight. All predictions right. Play Like Pros, they have made their way in towards the fifth as well. Not a problem with that. What.exe on the fourth. Unfortunately for the side of Aviator Esports, they're going to make their way in towards the seventh spot as well. OP Skills from the 10th have made their way in towards 11, and Best 9 have made their way towards 10. So overall, it looks pretty good, Chris. What do you think?
Yeah, all these teams, Aviator, Banes, KXP, Best 9, yeah, sure, they participated in a bit of early battle, but they were taken down in the mid game. And it's the top 4 teams that created trouble for everyone else. Like, we had Bird.exe, they were gatekeeping the eastern border of the circle. We had Sites, who, yeah, even though they got eliminated, it's pretty okay. Washed Up Apex Bots and Vector, in my opinion, were the 2 main teams who entertained us the most. Of course, with Team Alu coming in second for this one, they get up to 39 points in total.
So total of 76 points for the side of Vector Sports, and they're being chased by the side of Watched Apex Bots. Really looking forward to seeing if Watched Apex Bots can go ahead and do more so that they can dethrone the side of Vector Sports. I mean, they do have in them the capability to rack up a lot of kill points like they have been doing in all 6 of the matches that have been played in total for Qualifier 2 finals. Yeah, Watched Apex Bots, they can easily just hold on to that top 3 spot without any issues whatsoever. Sites, on the other hand, have to be careful, by the way, because Sites, they're being chased by the side of Word.exe, and I'm pretty sure that Word.exe are having a good time right now. Sites, they started off in a bad way or in a bad situation, but it's okay. Eventually, later down the line, they are gonna pick up their game. They're gonna get warmed up as well, and I feel as if they can also hold on to that top 4 as well. So Word.exe and Sites is gonna be one rivalry that we have to look out for. On the side of Team Alu, they have placed themselves in a really good spot for match 1. So they're going to be feeling it. They might just dethrone the side of Play Like Pros as well. So looking forward to that. Play Like Pros, they themselves did not have that great of a time in match 1 for the day. But eventually, this is exactly what happened in day 1 as well, by the way. Play Like Pros, at the start of the day, they did not have a lot going for them. But towards the end, at the final match, they got themselves a champion title. So yeah, Play Like Pros, maybe later on the line they're gonna pick up their game, but I feel as if it's just gonna be a little bit too late.
Could be a bit too late. You have washed up Apex Sports and Vector Sports already above the 70-point mark, which means they're cruising ahead. Sides chasing them at 68, a 4 points difference between the two, and then VerDXE is further 8 points behind. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were your current standings.
So yeah, that was the current standings right there as well. We're gonna be waiting for match two to begin really, really soon. But before that, we're gonna be going in for a short break, guys. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. We are gonna be right back.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are all set and ready to dive straight in towards match 2 for the day. And it is going to be, once again, World's Edge coming in, and right in front of your screens is going to be the side of Word.exe and Team Alu. And I feel as if the side of Team Vector Sports are again going in towards staging. But this time, no one's going in over towards the Harvester and towards Lava Siphon is the side of Team Word.exe.
Well, all these teams spreading out across their designated landing spots. We have a high tier loot zone on Lava Fisher, which means the team that went there in the last game, if they continue going there, they will have a pretty decent time, and they will be still uncontested. Of course, they will have a team in countdown next to them, but I might expect an early game fight to erupt in Skyhook because two teams are landing in this city. Now, two teams are going towards the Climatizer as well. That also could be a massive, massive fight. We could see two teams battle each other in two different parts of the map. That's 4 teams in total engaging.
The side of Team Alu, by the way, they're over towards the Lava City once again. So they've dropped to their usual spot. I'm not really sure how exactly they are going to be able to make their way in towards a fight. But okay, eventually around the line after the loot is done, they might move in over towards a hot drop spot as well. Banes, on the other hand, the ones right in front of your screens, loading up, got themselves R301s, R99s, Havocs. But yeah, eventually, I feel as if they might just go ahead and face off against the team. Oh wow, Devotion. Let's go.
Yeah, let's start off with the buff is definitely a much preferable weapon than Demotion.
Yeah.
You don't need a turbocharger for it, so you might as well just start fighting with it directly.
True
Yeah,
that.
but you still, I mean, the L-Star with like an energy mag, it just becomes an unstoppable killing machine with close range.
Extended energy mag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's just insane.
Yeah, it's unstoppable at that point. And like I said, there are two teams in Climatizer. The both of them have started fighting at each other now. Banes making first contact. Oof, how do you connect shots like that with just a Sentinel on iron sight? That is a ridiculous amount of accuracy.
He hasn't charged up the Sentinel as well, by the way.
Exactly.
You can actually charge it up with the shield cell, and if he gets a scope, that's just cherry on top of the cake. But even without the scope, as you said, he's managing to land his shot, so there's nothing to worry about.
Damn. I mean, Sentinel's probably one of the least favorite weapons in all of competitive Apex. There's
Yeah,
very
I
few
don't
people
know
that
why.
actually use it.
I love it. It's so good.
It is good, but then I mean, the teams would watch. I mean, if your aim is nice, then teams would much rather pick up the wingman or something. And I mean, if he can hit shots like this with the uncharged, unscoped Sentinel, then imagine what he can do with a wingman in his hands. So yeah, I don't think the meta does prefer the shotguns quite a lot. So you will notice a lot of people pick up the EVA 8 if they have a purple bolt.
Yeah, there you go. They have found a scope for Stefan. He's gonna go ahead and pick up that scope. And with that, we are gonna be seeing a lot of sniper action coming in as well this match from the side of Team Banes. But yeah, talking about the wingman, right? Where is Chica Flip? Guys, can we have a look at Chica Flip as well? Today we did not get to see a lot of wingman action coming in from yesterday. You're not gonna believe this, Crips, but we thought that the Evite and the wingman is not really the best of the combos to be running on an Octane. Like, I know if your aim is just cracked, which Chica Flips is, it's fine. But if it's not, then having an EVA 8 and something like an assault rifle and SMG is much better, right? But this guy with the wingman, he long range, two-tapped 2 people, like 1 tapped each. Like it's insane.
I mean, both these guns are really, really good, but yeah, you need like crack level of aim to actually land consecutive shots with the wingman and the EVA.
There you go.
Chica
It's
Flip,
just-
he
again,
still
look at
has
this-
the same loadout. I mean, it's a very aim-intensive loadout. If you hit, then you're gonna basically destroy them. If you miss, well, then you're kind of screwed.
240 ammo on the wingman. Oh, this guy is not gonna change his weapon, is he?
I don't think so. I mean, I don't even carry this much ammo on the wingman. You don't need to carry too much ammo for the wingman, but if you got 240,
No, but at the same time, you gotta realize the fact that that's the only weapon that he's gonna be using apart from the EVA 8.
exactly. So yeah, and if he's
Sad.
able to land consecutive shots with it, then he's gonna be unstoppable.
It's insane. This guy is just, he's got the extended as well, so that makes it total of 9 bullets that he can carry in the mag. And then extra 240, which he's gonna be having as well in his pocket.
The boosted loader on the wingman does help you fast reload quite a lot, but even if
Yesterday
you
he was
don't have
running
it,
that, by the way. Yesterday
yeah.
yesterday he had 1x HCOG, he had a
God.
boosted loader, and he had this thing, the extended.
Damn, they use the dead totem and they try to go in for the full send onto their enemies. They do get hit with the crypto EMP just while they were midair, but that doesn't really seem to bother them quite a lot because they continue to fight. And right now, we have another fight going on. This is Team Banes, and this is still happening a little close to Overlook. Let's see if they're able to win this one or not. Big ones, the defensive bombardment for anyone outside. Good luck to those guys stuck outside, but inside they will get choked out of the caustic gas, but it seems like they've killed the caustic now, so no problem whatsoever. Wenixer and Black Wolf, both of them die. And those were some crucial members.
We've been seeing a lot of Mastiff action as well coming out from all of these teams, by the way. And I'm not really sure if the Mastiff was this powerful before in the game.
I mean, they keep on getting their series of nerfs and buffs. I mean, they did get a little bit of change when Peacekeeper came in, so now people like the Peacekeeper as well.
Yeah, Peacekeeper
yeah.
is pretty cracked.
Exactly. So, yeah, they did manage to get a kill onto the members of OP Skills. They've taken down Black Wolf and Venexa. I think Iron Man has been down as well. So that's Team OP Skills getting taken out of the picture by Team Banes.
Mozambique was that one shotgun that was not loved by many before at the start when the game got released.
Yeah, now it's like decent. It was so cracked in like
Decent now.
season 8 with the
Yeah.
hammer point rounds. Oh my god. I could one tap anyone. I'd
Yeah, I
break
heard
their
that.
shields with whatever weapon I have, and then just one
Oh!
bullet required.
Look at this,
That's gonna
Chica
be
Flip.
death of them.
He has picked up the Kraber now instead of the EVA 8.
Oh shit. God help anyone who comes up against them.
Let's go, the Kraber action. Where did he find the Kraber though?
I mean, airdrop probably that was up on the mountain. That's why they left the harvested area and then they came over here. But I'm not sure if this is the area that they landed in. I'm pretty sure that this is the area that they came towards after they are done looting their own places.
Yes. Team Sides, they just made their way in over towards this area. They dropped in over towards... where exactly was it? They dropped in over to Climatizer, right?
I don't really remember, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've been a long way. They've been on foot for a pretty long time. Makes sense because across their journey they gathered so much material, so they can just craft an army of shield batteries right now and get themselves sorted. Now all they need to do is fight someone and upgrade their Evo armor.
Yeah. No, actually, never mind. It was not the side of Team Sides. It was actually Team Banes who actually landed over towards the Climatizer. We saw Stefan, with the Sentinel.
Yeah, and then they went back towards Overlook to destroy
Exactly.
OP skills.
Yep. So right here, we're going to be seeing Team Alu going ahead and taking the fight as well. Remox trying to absolutely do whatever he can, but unfortunately the R301, they're not going to be able to do much for now because Play Like Pros, the entire squad, right? They're pretty good escape artists of their own. This is going to escape out of that situation.
Ooh, Vector Esports in a little bit of trouble right now. Let's see how much longer they're able to survive. These guys are getting pushed, and he gets pushed from the other entrance. Oh no! He thermited one side so that he would be safe, but now the other door was still open. They have a chance to revive their Gibraltar, but while they're doing that, they keep on getting pushed. The EVA 8 needs a little bit of help right now. Those Arc Stars are forcing them out of the building, and Nexus, he's gonna be forced to climb upstairs. Can he revive his teammates? I don't think so. They've been finished off as well. Bird EXC. Oh my goodness. They destroy them. They came into Geyser, they wipe out everyone in the building, and now they're just, picking up the scraps.
So 8 squads left out right now for match 2, and we are seeing Word.exe right in front of our eyes. Gonna go ahead and heal up, gonna get themselves ready for another fight. Gonna be seeing the Bloodhound scan coming in. No hostile spotted, so they are gonna try and take this high ground and the compound below them.
And they're hearing gunshots in the distance. It seems like they found their next target. DXC now on the prowl. Let's see if they're able to find anyone in time or not.
Well, Nan Kebab is gonna be running around like a madman, just like the last match as well. Maybe seeing Begum and Deathwish supporting him as well. Begum. Has he got his ult ready though? Is the Death Totem ready? So that they can use it and just, bounce it on towards 18. Deathwish for now. He's got to scan back and he's going to be using that. He's not going to be able to make that climb, right? With the Bloodhound.
Probably. I mean, at
Yeah,
this
you
point,
can't climb that higher.
I mean, I like that combination as of now. I mean, the Revenant Octane combo definitely very annoying to deal with.
This is a good enough setup, by the way. This is a really good
Yeah.
comp, in my opinion. Like, they've got the Bloodhound for the intel. They've got Revenant if they just want to make that push as well with the Death Totem, if they need an extra life.
Yeah, but that's what I'm surprised about, right? They have a Bloodhound instead of a Seer. I mean, everyone's been complaining that Seer is broken, Seer is OP, etc., etc. So yeah, them still opting to go for the Bloodhound in the new meta of Seer. I'm pretty surprised that they decided to do it.
Yeah. You would see every single team running us here, by the way. So, yeah, kind of makes you scratch your head as well why Wood.exe aren't running that. Maybe Deathwish is just comfortable on the Bloodhound. Not sure what's up.
Could be. I mean, comfort does play a big role in games like these. Usually, I mean, during the ALGS, we saw that the meta was mostly revolving around the Gibraltar, one scanner, and Octane. So, I mean, the choice of scanner also was like just Bloodhound and Crypto. I don't think anybody likes Crypto anymore. So Bloodhound was the go-to, and now that Seer's here, I guess that's gonna be the guy who everyone picks
Alternator.
up. Oh, Alternator. Jesus, this gun used to be so stable, so nice, but now they've given it the Disruptor round, and it's such a big war machine. It's like the tiniest SMG in terms of size, but now this gun is almost unstoppable.
Yeah, it's a laser right at the bat. Like, the way it just does so much damage as well. Like, I still remember. Oh, by the way, talking about doing damage and some high tier loots, look at what Black is running. He's running the Spitfire.
Yeah. So we have Team Banes. They're taking pot shots against Team Play Like Pros.
Yeah.
Yeah. And these guys are just exchanging pot shots right now.
Sights are coming in from the backlines, by the way.
Exactly. While these teams keep on exchanging pot shots, if Team Sights manages to get inside over here, then they might just be able to third party. But I just hope they don't get in between them, because that would just be like walking into a meat grinder.
That certainly is going to be walking into a meat grinder, by the way. So for now, Team Banes, they're just going to try and, hold on to this area.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Blank's got knocked out, and I don't think so. This is a perfect place to revive. Do they have a little bit of a problem? No, they don't. All right, they're going to be fine. But hey, Sights is here. And they're going to go ahead and take on the side of Team Banes. That totem was put down, but it doesn't give anything to the side of Team Banes. They're like, man, why did you get taken down? Why did you get knocked out?
Exactly. And now they can.
Because of you, we got knocked out.
Yeah, but now they can pick up the red shields and purple shields of their opponents, use the death totem, and continue pushing.
Got ourselves a bandit out there.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be the strategy coming in from them, by the way. They can actually use their opponent's death totem. They can make that push, take down the side of Play Like Pros. So now it's going to be KXB. I'm going to be chiming in as well. A long time no see, KXB. Kind of missed you. And finally, you guys are going to be coming right in front of our eyes, and maybe you guys are just going to go ahead and come in the vision of your opponents as well. The EVA 8 and the R301s are trying their level best to try and get something done, but hey, KXB Esports, they're not able to hold on to this. They're getting taken down, and maybe, just maybe, I'm going to be seeing the Wraith try and get one frag. Nope, not happening. It's going to be Power to go ahead and use the Wingman. This is to the Wingman, isn't he? He's going to go ahead and take down the Wraith as well. All down to Ronin. Fortunately, he's not going to be able to do much as well. Thunder Buddies, they live to tell another tale, and it is going to be thanks to Power and Dizit. Go ahead and get things done.
Yeah, but they are still inside the lava siphon area, and they better get the revives on quickly, because Play Like Pros are passing right by. Now, luckily for them, Play Like Pros don't stop to fight. In fact, they're just looking to make their way inside the zone first. I don't think they are aware about a team being here. They might have been aware, but now that the gunshots have stopped, they must figure out that there's at least one team over here that's just finished fighting. And now would not be the right time to assault them, because they would have already had enough time to shield up and whatnot. So I guess Play Like Pros is just trying to gather more intel before they can finally move into the circle.
I feel as if they did spot them out, though, so it'll be a big question mark for now. We are facing 6 squads left out. Play Like Pros, they're going to go ahead and start taking the pot shots. They need to be careful, by the way. They don't really have the best of the loot, not in terms of the weapons, but in terms of the shields and everything. Like 1 HP is still running the blue shields, and Mr. Freak and Dark, they're gonna be the ones with the purples. Wow, 1 HP is running the gold helmet, so there's something. But yeah, the circle is gonna sort of force them to move over towards the zone, and sights. They're actually gonna go ahead and try taking on the side of Play Like Pros.
Sides facing up against Play Like Pros. This is a very long battle. Like, it's literally happening very, very far away.
What.exe are just above. What.exe are just in front of them, by the way.
Damn. Right, so they were trying to fight Word.exe at
There's
the
Watched
same
Apex
time.
bots as well. Watched Apex bots are taking on the side of Team Word.exe. And this is going to be an insane fight happening in the same compound, in the same building. And I feel as if the side of Play Like Pros, they're going to be the ones to go ahead and take down Remox. But I really want to focus more onto that fight that is happening between Word.exe and the side of Worst Apex bots. And there you go. Sides are going to be the ones to use the Death Totem, and they're going to try and take down the side of Word.exe. Yep, he's going to go ahead and stick him with that Arc Star. And Sides, with this Death Totem, they might just go ahead and eliminate the side of Team Word.exe. There you go. Word.exe are down, but at the same time, they've got another squad who are making their way in as well. It is going to be side of Team Sides to go ahead and take on the side of... what exactly is this?
Oh, doesn't matter. It seems like Sides are in trouble. Chigaflick very low on HP. He's gonna run away and hopefully get back up to full health. Yatu plays. He's trying to recover the banner of his fallen teammate, but it's a bit too late right now. Their opponents have successfully pushed off them, and they have nothing left. They used that totem, even then they failed. They lost 0 resurrected in the process, and I don't think there's any resurrection possible right now, considering the zone is so small.
Yeah, Play Like Pros are also gonna move it over, by the way. They go ahead and take that compound. They're gonna take down the side of Dizit and Gang. So that was Dizit was actually the side. They actually took the fight against the side of KXB, right? So they took down KXB, and then now they're here. So yeah, Dizit.
Continue.
Yeah, Dizit is gonna go ahead and get taken down as well, and I feel like the final player is gonna get taken down by the side of Thunder.
Damn.
And yep, Cobra, good night. It's gonna be Dark to be the new kill leader with a roll of 5 kills. Hey, like pros, they're looking to go ahead and get themselves a champion this time around, though, players.
Yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't they want to do that? Especially with the ring so small and a minute left. They have a decent compound for themselves. Let's take a look at what all the others are. We have Word.exe somewhat on the high ground. Play Like Pros, we already saw where they are, and it seems like the third squad has also been spotted. Word.exe have lost one of their teammates, Deathwish, but he's just getting respawned right now. The airship above in the sky. They need to somehow protect their Bloodhound with their lives, because if not, then Play Like Pros will definitely try and get the better of them. But at the same time, Sights is also pushing in. This seems this is the two-way assault, and this could very well be the final battle.
Might just be the final battle as well. Yato Place is going to go ahead and take down Lanka. We're going to be seeing Chika Flip with that wingman to take down Begum as well. The side of Word.exe, they're going to get eliminated, and they're going to be out as well. It's going to be a 1 versus 1, a squad versus squad. It's going to be Play Like Pros versus the side of Team Sights. And Team Sights, if they can just go ahead and take down the side of Team Play Like Pros, they can again gain back that first spot. You can try and at least do that. The side of Team Play Like Pros, this actually means absolutely everything to them. They can make their way towards the top 5 as well as they go ahead and take down the side of Team Sights. I feel as if the side of Play Like Pros, they have the advantage right now. They go ahead and take down Yato Plays, and Yato Plays was actually a very important asset for the side of Team Sights. But with him going down, it's going to be all down to Chika Flip. And Chika Flip has got nothing but a Kraber and a wingman. They try and land some headshots, but I told you when it comes out of these situations, sometimes you just are not going to be able to do things with the wingman. And as a secondary, has got a Kraber, so not really sure if he's going to be able to do anything or not. He's going to go ahead and recharge his shields, by the way. As soon as that recharge comes in, we might just see him use the jump pad that is right in front of them to just maybe go up close and personal and take the fight. But what the hell is the Gibby doing as he's going to... No, that's not the Gibby, this is Caustic. That's going to be the Caustic to go ahead and take down Chika Flip. And with that, we're going to be seeing the side of Play Like Pros to go ahead and take the champion as well. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the side of Play Like Pros. They're going to emerge out as champions, and they are going to go ahead and put up another champion to their name.
Really good stuff by play by pros. They were able to somehow survive onslaughts against two of the strongest teams in the entire server. If this is
Yep.
the kind of power that they keep on showing all throughout the tournament, then I have really good hopes for them.
Yeah, Play Like Pros, here's the thing, right? They're not consistent. They're not like they got themselves one champion now. Let's hope that they're going to be able to do this because yesterday every single match was a different performance coming out from the Sara team Play Like Pros. So they're not consistent enough, but they managed to do that job. So it's fine overall. It was a pretty good one coming out in this match at least because they went ahead and got themselves a champion. They went ahead and took down two of the behemoths as well, Word.exe and the Sara team sites as well. That was pretty good. Team Sites were actually the ones to go ahead and take down the side of Word.exe, but at the same time, Play Like Pros, they played a major role in that fight as well. The way they just held on to their angles without just, getting ahead of themselves and taking the fight. Sometimes you would be like, okay, two teams are fighting each other. Why don't we quickly move in and, try and take both of them down? But that was not the right, timing. That was not the right thing to do as well. And they analyzed it and they just patiently waited. They got the results as well. Patience, it bears fruit for them, and they got themselves the champion. So, pretty good stuff coming out from the Sara Play Like Pros. Amazing play right there. And they're happy that thanks to Chica Flip, he is not changing his loadout. Maybe he's finally gonna, go ahead and change his loadout. The wingman, not always works, man. Not always works.
Hey, but it's his favorite weapon, then why not? I mean, it is the one weapon which, in the hands of an aim god, can shred everyone to pieces, and it can be the most powerful weapon in the game if you use it
Towards
correctly.
the final, did you see that player who just jumped in from that cliff, right? Chica Flip actually landed a headshot, if I'm not wrong. He took down the entire shield, and the player went down to the rock. I'm not sure if he get knocked out or not, because there was another teammate just close by to him doing something. He did, right? He did knock him out. Yes, he did knock him out. So he got the knock, and the other teammate was just trying to revive him, whereas the Caustic came in and took down Chica Flip. So Chica Flip, yeah, he still managed to make things happen during all of that chaos. So that guy is definitely cracked with his aim on the wingman. And with that, the match highlights are ready. So why don't we quickly jump straight towards the highlights as well? And Krebs, you can go ahead and take it over.
First of all, I was really excited for this battle in Overlook. It started, it ended rather quickly. They got EMP'd while they were moving, but they just didn't seem to care. They still went in for the full send, and even though multiple people were sent back, that enemies continue to defend.
Interesting. I mean, Banes, they actually just put themselves in a situation where they could actually go ahead and get that squad wipe. Then they moved in over towards the other part of the map where they took on the champions for the match. That was Play Like Pros. My bad, not Word obviously. It was actually the Sara team decides to come in with a flank and take down Team Banes as well. Vector Sports, they almost were about to stay alive in this fight, but unfortunately they were not able to do much. It was definitely a noob to get taken down as well, and Nexus Hubby left out in a 1 versus X situation. What.exe right here. So yeah, this is the moment that I was talking about. The revive came coming in, and then Sides just rushing in. That death totem did not do anything for the Sara team Bane, so unfortunate there as well. Sides did not, after taking the fight with the Sara Banes, they did not immediately go ahead and take the fight on towards Play Like Pros. Play Like Pros, they were already out of the area. KXB Esports, they were the ones to try and get something done over here, where they took on, if I'm not wrong, Dizit and Gang, yeah. Dizit and the likes, Thunders, the Sara team Thunders, Aku Oberoi, he also came in, took down Party Kill. We had Ronin to take down Aku Oberoi as well, but then immediately Dizit came in clutch in a 1 versus 1, and he took down the side of the Wraith as well. There you go. This is the moment right here. So yeah, I mean, they did a pretty good job right there, but KXB, I'm not really sure what happened though. Everything should have just aligned for them as well. The stars were just right there, but it didn't. It just unfortunately did not.
Yeah, and if you were to give the MVP award of this match to, who would you give it to?
I might just go and give it to the Sara team sides. By the way, they put up quite a performance right there. Not only did they go ahead and clear the path for the Sara team Play Like Pros, but they also dished in so much damage. Like, just look at the amount of kills they had, amount of squad vibes they had as well, and the way they were just taking each and every fight. Right, there's just something interesting right there.
Well, this is one of the first times I'm seeing a Spitfire straight out of an airdrop. We've already seen what the alternator looks like, but yeah, I don't think they need anything. This skirmish with the Volt, especially by Dark Knight, was super interesting. It's a pity that they weren't able to defend it against the next wave of opponents.
I like this, by the way, where, Chica Flip and Yazoo plays, they will just just gonna use the Dead Totem, we're gonna try and take down the side of Team Bird.exe. And they actually did. Wingman action coming in from the side of Chica Flip. And then was the time for Play Like Pros to shine. They were like, alright, it's time, it's finally time. Bird.exe are out. And it's just 2 squads left out, including us. So why don't we go ahead and take down the side of Team Sights. And that's exactly what they did as well. Chico Flip was the final player standing, and he was like, okay, I'm just going to try and get a knock at here. He got himself a knock right here, by the way. Somewhere around here. Yeah, there you
Damn.
go. Oh, yeah, he got it already, and then the player just fell down. Yeah. Hey, is this too
Damn.
quick, right? Is this too hard to just keep up with the action?
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just really, really fast. Now let's see what Chicky Flip is able to do. I'm sorry, Chica Flip. He's got the Kraber and the Wingman. Perfect weapon for this assault. But nah, he was completely unaware of the fact that Caustic can still come in from behind him. And unfortunately, he doesn't have a Watson like we did in the last game. So, yeah, no more areas to, shut those zip lines down. He's just going to have to fight that one up close.
I mean, Watson is something that we really don't see anyways, right? Like, we don't usually see a Watson being picked up as well. I mean, unranked and ranked, fine, but then in a tournament game, I've rarely seen, like, I haven't seen a single, brain fart moment right there. My bad. But anyways, yeah, I haven't seen, anyways, match standings are ready, so just let's quickly jump straight into the match standings as well. And if I do remember, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, Watson. Talking about Watson. Right there. Yes.
Yeah, we haven't seen
Watson. I haven't really seen, yeah, Watson in the tournament. My bad. My bad. Too much going on in the head. Too much analysis.
I mean, even if it's not a Watson, even if it's like someone like Caustic we have seen, right? You put down your little gas canisters next to the zip line and nobody will be able to come up. But yeah, this time the guy who assaulted him was a Caustic. So
yesterday we actually saw Crypto in one game, by the way. So that was interesting right there. This
right?
match also, this match also had one Crypto.
So yeah, I mean, Crypto definitely is one of the characters that is being pushed out of relevance slowly and slowly. I mean, people used to prefer the Bloodhound, but now that the Seer has arrived, both of them are getting irrelevant.
It's interesting to see just one player playing the Crypto again and again and again. It's Iron Man. He's the only player who's playing the Crypto. But hey, match standings are ready. So Play Like Pros, they're the ones to go ahead and rack up 21 total point scripts. Sites with 15, Word.exe with 13. So I feel like Play Like Pros can again make their way towards the top 6 of the top 5. Watched Apex bots can hold on over towards the spot that they were already in. Thunder Buddies might just climb up the board. Word.exe are also going to go ahead and give a tough fight to the side of Team Sights. But maybe Team Sights are going to reclaim their spot back. Not the first one, but at least the second or the third. They were only on third, right? So maybe the second.
Yeah. So Team Sides have enough points to reclaim their spots. But unfortunately for them, Word.exe continues to creep closer and closer to them. Play Like Pros, on the other hand, is one of the teams which we haven't seen in the top 5 yet. So they getting a win outside of it means that even the midfield section of the tournament becomes very, very closely contested.
Team Sud actually put up 2 total points in this match, and I'm not really sure how exactly they were able to do it though, but they did. Task Force, remember, Task Force only had 2 players moving into this match, by the way. They still managed to put up 3 total points.
Good enough, I guess. Well, Washed Up Apex Bot unfortunately didn't have too much this time around. They had only 8 points. Team Alu, again, 6 only. Baines, again, only 6. So all these teams, like Washed Up, Alu, they had decent performances in the previous game, but now in the second game, they are not able to accomplish much, which means the consistency might have dipped a little bit. And with that, their chances of getting overtaken increase even more.
As I did tell you, right? All of these players are just not consistent enough. Like, they don't put up the exact same performance every time. The only team that managed to do things that they are doing every single time is Watch Apex Bots, Word.exe sites, and even Vector Sports. I don't really see Play Like Pros as well doing it every single time. This was an amazing game for them. So yeah, overall standings are ready. So why don't we quickly jump straight into the overall standings and see what exactly is the story over there. And Team Sights, yep, I told you they are going to be able to reclaim their throne back, 83 total points. But I did not think that they're going to be straight away going back to the first spot though. I thought they're going to be moving over towards the second spot. But it's understandable because Vector Sports were not able to do much that game. They got immediately taken down. So They're just going to be sitting up there with 79 points. Sides with 83 and the first. Watch Apex spot on the second spot with 80. Word.exe on the fourth. Man, what is it? It's so unfortunate. Word.exe every single time managed to end top 3, but they're still in the fourth spot.
Yeah, I guess they're going to need a little bit more consistency. But hey, they're only like 1 point away from Washed Apex spots and only 4 points away from sites. So they can still make this one work. But after that, after Word EXE, take a look at the 5th place team. It's Play Like Pros. And they have overtaken Team Alu and Baines Esports both. And they've put up quite a lot of buffer in between them as well.
I really feel for the side of KXV Esports, by the way. They were the ones to take the first spot after the first match yesterday. But then after that, it's just going to be like, it's like someone just cursed them or something. Someone cursed them and they're not able to put up a good performance.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're not able to do so. Let's see if they can bring it back in the next game, though.
I told you that Thunder Buddies are going to be able to make their way in over to the top 10. They did. They're the 10th spot right now. 35 total points. They
Still
were in
a long way to go.
That is for sure. But, making their way towards the top 10 is itself a pretty big task for the side of Thunder Buddies because they were always looking around like 12, 13 spot, but now they're in the 10th spot and they're going to be very happy with the performance that they put up. Taking down the side of KXB Esports and then going ahead and taking another fight, surviving a little bit more. 18 placement points, 17 kill points, not bad.
Definitely not bad. Best 9, unfortunately, hasn't been able to do too much. Even OP Skills, they were destroyed pretty quickly, pretty easily at the start of this game, man. I feel a little bad for them. They just became cannon fodder for the top dogs.
Really?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the end of the second game. We will be back with the third game as well soon enough. But before that, we're going to be jumping into a quick break. You guys are watching the Lenovo and Intel presents Rise of Legion Apex Legends Tournament. Don't go anywhere. We will be back with the third game very shortly.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside. From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Rise of Legion tournament. 2 games are done. We're jumping into the third game. The players are jumping down to their desired drop locations. Let's see if there are any changes this time around. I do not see anyone going towards Lava Fisher. So that definitely is a change. We have only one team in Skyhook. That again is another change. But Fragment looks a little sweaty this time around with 3 teams dropping in the vicinity. 1 team only going to Overlook. But just as usual, 2 teams and Climatizer. Now, we did see an early game battle in Climatizer before, but we did not see a 3-way battle in Fragment yet. Let's see what happens, because one of them is in the streamer building, and that's the entire team present over there. This building is probably the most iconic building in all of World's Edge. And so
Yeah.
many people start to sweatily drop into this place, and it has enough loot for an entire squad. Like, imagine just one building holding loot for the entire squad, but oh my goodness. While we're speaking about the sweaty beginnings inside of Fragment, we have another battle which is happening in Climatizer. But no, this is not even Climatizer, this is the
No,
Lava
it's
Siphon
Lava
area.
Siphon.
And they are shooting at players all the way in the other side of the map. That's so far away. So that was some really, really long range sniper shots. Of course, they won't be able to follow up on the back of it, but yeah, the more damage that VerDXE do just by sniping, the faster they will be able to get to their better Evo armors.
Completely agree to you on that. I mean, Word.exe, they are the ones to change their drop site a little bit. They moved it over towards Lava Siphon. The rest of the teams are going in for their usual drops. I'm not really sure about Team Alu though. Team Alu are the ones to drop in over towards Lava City, but this time no one is over towards Lava City. Once again, we are going to be seeing Vector Sports dropping in towards the Saging. We have got the side of Team Banes going into his Climatizer. We have got Team Sice moving in over towards the Overlook. Yeah, pretty good drops coming out from all of these teams, the usual. But what I'm really looking forward to seeing is what Word.exe can do from here and out, dropping it over towards Lava Siphon. I mean, we have seen them be absolutely everywhere. Like, they have every single match they have dropped in somewhere different. So this time,
I mean, if they're dropping in different places of the map, then that's pretty cool, right? I mean, these guys are a lot more flexible
is.
than anyone else. In the professional circuits, I mean, I think we'll probably see this in the finals of Rise of Legion. We probably won't see it in the qualifiers, but in the finals of Rise of Legion, I'm expecting teams to have like one drop point and consistently go there again and again. If these guys are, comfortable that way, changing up their drop locations, then why not? This is just better. Now we have Team Alu engaging upon the targets from a distance. They see the players go inside the train yard building in the middle of Fragment, but will they engage with them just yet? Team Best 9, they also hear these shots, so they know where Team Alu is. But now what's their next course of action? We saw 3 teams drop into Fragment, and I think Team Alu are in a little bit of trouble, because while they were busy engaging with the team inside of Fragment, there is Team Banes very close to them, just approaching Epicenter now. Let's see if they manage to run away from this one. Yep, Team Alu are making their getaway. They're still getting shot in the back from the city of Fragment, but they make it to the area of Epicenter. And yeah, they're all going to be going to the Epicenter, staying safe over there. Meanwhile, Team Banes, who were inside Climatizer, might seem to engage, but oh my god! Zero Destructed destroys Devil King. A single mag spray down. That is called melting your opponents at 105 degrees. They got destroyed, and the Caustic also now trapped in between a rock and a hard place and in between his canisters. That is it. Team Sights acting like the Grim Reapers, wielding long sights and just sucking the life out of their opponents. Holy shit, that was actually very scary to watch.
yeah, it definitely was. Well, what is going to be more scary is the fact that Team Aviator Esports, they've got its IU on his ultimate as well, the Beast of the Hunt, and he's going to try and maybe get some information. For now, though, he's not going to be able to find anything. Like, he might just have got the information on Best 9 players, but yeah, I don't think so. They're going to go ahead and engage.
Yeah, keep in mind that Team Bestline were getting shot by Team Alu first, and then Team Alu went away towards Epicenter. Now the team that was shooting at Bestline was Aviator Esports. They came in contact with 2 of these teams. Let's see if any of them are able to survive this one. Team Banes are also looking to engage upon someone else, and they're trying to chase another team. Oh my god, and they have the death protection as well. Unfortunately, that totem is very far away from this area, which means they might just run out of that protection by the time they're actually able to pick up these fights. They're walking into this fight naked, and they can't even get up on top of the building. The plan of Team Banes is failing, and now they drop down onto the low ground without the death protection inside the heart chamber, which means they are low on health and they've been spotted too. Bane have their own heart chamber ready. They will be able to spot that opponent. Seer ultimates be exchanged. I think the first team has already run out of their heart chamber, which means they won't know where Team Bane is. But there's a little brief moment of disengagement. So Team
Destroying
Alu,
the jump pads. I like that.
yeah. Team Alu, they're the ones on top, and now we know who Team Bane was chasing. But I don't know, man. I'm a little anxious about this fight. in order to break this crossfire open that Team Alu has, they're going to have to use utility, and that's exactly what they're doing. Unfortunately, it's not an Arc it's just a Thermite Grenade. But I think Team Banes might just have to wait a little bit over here. Their patience will pay off massive dividends because Team Alu is getting engaged by yet another team. And this might just turn into a two-way battle very, very soon. Oh yes, there you go. Team Bane picking up 2 kills already. With this, there's only one player of Alu surviving. But where's that third team now? Where were they getting shot from another building?
Wow.
No escaping.
Wow. No escaping, Samshu. Gonna die. Wow, I mean, the way he tried to even just jump on the jump pad and just escape. Like, what is he gonna try and do though? Try and make his way over to his Remox, who's already being chased.
Probably. I mean, Remox went all the way from the edge of Skyhook to its fragment, and now he's just entering into the beast of the belly. Keep in mind that this is where Team Alu were first. They went to Epicenter, they then wrapped around from the trail tracks to its Skyhook, and now over here. It's such a long journey.
Definitely. Remox has to just escape. Like, he just has to make his way out of here. There's no way he's going to be able to fight off against the side of Team Banes. They're already looking pretty darn good. There's no way he can go ahead and recover the banners as well. He has to fight this one alone. He has to play it out for the placement points, Clips.
Yeah. And while all of this is happening, Aviator Esports are just chilling. Keep in mind that these guys were also inside a fragment, but now they're in that big building. Some people call it the Pred building, some people call it the Streamer building, but whatever you want to call it. These guys are able to take a little bit of hot shots on teams coming out of fragment, and let's see if they're able to gatekeep them.
That's the best part, right? Like, they're sort of cutting the rotations here. Like, they know for a fact that the zone is cut out for them. And while these teams are going to try and make their way out of the fragment, we're just going to go ahead and take them down.
Thunder Buddies up against Best 9, and they're getting bombarded by Gibraltar's ultimate. Up in the sky, the Eva stuck to shine. One of them is already cracked, knocks come through, and the shotguns are shining up in close range. But look at the player of Best 9. They were using their own fallen teammates' knockdown shield as cover. Unfortunately, that doesn't keep them safe for long, and that's the end of Best 9 as well.
Thunder Buddies are actually looking pretty darn good today. I've been dishing out a lot of damage compared to yesterday, but I don't think so they're going to be able to do much. But now, though, it is going to be KXB Sports who are going to come in as well. I'm going to go ahead and take down John FPS. Unfortunate right there again. He did not see that coming, and KXB Sports, well, they're sort of feeling it as well. They've got the Revenant, and I feel as if the Revenant ult is ready, right, for the side of KXB Sports. Yeah, the Revenant ult is ready, but you have to stay alive in order to use that ult, by the way.
Unfortunately. That particular Revenant's been knocked out, but Science, they're seeing all of this happening, and they want a third party. They want a piece of the action. They are very safe right now, honestly. They are away from the danger. They can engage whenever they want, wherever they want. But let's see if they will actually get any piece of the action, or will all those teams die before they're able to get there?
Only time will tell. For another Chica Flip. Once again, Wingman Eva 8. No Kraber this time.
Someone else is over there.
You don't often get Kraber. Watching big
True.
spots. Let's see what happens to these guys fighting alongside the edges of staging. And now Vector Esports. No! He got stuck and he got destroyed by Begum. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bird EXE with the Oxstar sticks, just so potent. There's no way you can survive against something as accurate as that. And poor Omega, he's been finished off as well now.
That is so unfortunate. I mean, to get hit by the Arcstar, so it's not easy to hit someone and just, you know, struck someone with an Arcstar as well. And the way he did it in style was just insane. He actually gets himself a frag as well. That Arcstar, if it struck straight into the body, just immediately takes you down as well, right?
Exactly. And now, unfortunately for Bird EXE, after landing that lovely Arcstar stick, they can't really go ahead and fight those teams because they see that the population over here is a bit too much. And yeah, unfortunately, even after getting that one knock, I don't think there's any way for them to confirm it. But oh my goodness, play like pros. They are about to walk into a trap. This team right in front of them. Micro drones. They just dodged it. Good dodge. Levi Pros now need to be very, very careful. There is a team behind them, one very far away from them, and a third one next to them. So there's 4 teams in the vicinity in total. And at this point, Dark Knight, who's using the Seer, he's getting overwhelmed with information.
Team Banes. They are gonna try and find that squad that just made their way out, by the way. That totem is activated as well. And that's gonna decide Team Banes to go ahead and try and take that fight. That's gonna be them to use the death protection as much as possible, but unfortunately, the squad is just gonna yeet their way out of there, and Banes' death protection actually doesn't yield them anything.
Yeah, a little bit of damage dealt, but that protection went to waste. No problem. By the time they get into the next fight, they still will have it online if they have some ultimate accelerants.
Ultimate Accident, not really sure about that, but I'm definitely sure about the fact that Word.exe, they're the ones to go ahead and get themselves a frag on towards Aviator Esports. And the entirety of Aviator Esports are going to be falling down as well. One player is left out, I guess. Devil Stoner, I saw him going down. There's one more player left out from the side of Aviator Esports. They're going to be on the hunt as well. That player is running away from them.
Yeah, they're chasing them just a little north of Thermal Station. And these are just really, really narrow lanes where it's very easy to get choked. So if these guys stay here, then Word.exe will either have to fight their way outside, or they're going to have to go all the way around, tanking a little bit of the ring damage. I don't think either of those choices are very, very desirable. It's either this, running through the ring, or they have to fight against Bacon's team. Both of those options are very difficult, but now we have, once again, Team Banes. And this time they're inside the tunnel. Looks like they went to the other side of it, and they're trying to see how many teams are exactly present over here, because they have a little bit of information overload, and the circle keeps on shrinking. Just a minute left until the ring continues into the 4th one, and at that point, you can't really stay outside the ring. It's just too much damage. You will die if you're outside at that point.
Well, Team Banes, so now they are gonna spot out a squad that are fighting inside of that compound towards the west 240s. And Banes are also aware of the fact that the ring is about to close in. About 30 seconds, the third ring is gonna close in, and there you go. Sights. Gonna spot out a team here, and all 3 of these players, those are the team sights. They are just gonna wait a little bit more for the death protection to be activated, and there you go. Death protection is gonna be activated. On top of that, they're gonna go ahead and make the push as well.
Oh no, before they even take the jump pad, they've been sent back. Jesus, that's one way to deny that protection. It's only Yatu Plays who still has it active, but can he even go all by himself? He probably won't go there without his teammates, so yeah, they get denied. Meanwhile, Team Word.exe, let's see what they can do over here. They have almost finished off their opponents. Just picking up the scraps, finishing the people that they knocked. Death wishes become the kill leader, and that really speaks quite a lot about Team Word.exe and their performance so far. But you have the Team Banes. This Arkstar's outside the bubble, which means if they try to step outside, they'll be dead men. And the L-Star just shreds the opposing personal. That's why people are so afraid of it. The first wave of the death protected people has ended, and now Team Banes need to chase them again. They did quite a lot of damage onto that team, but will they go back? Oh, it seems like they're just hanging around over here, not deciding to re-engage.
Team Banes. We do have Team Washed Apex bots right on the corner and Team Sights right in front of them as well. So Team Banes, they need to be careful. This region is not at all the best for them. And I understand the fact that they're going to be hearing all of these players out. They're going to be hearing everything out as well. But they need to play it safe. Otherwise, this is going to get taken down.
Have this room under their control, and this is one of the more crucial areas inside of staging. It protects you from quite a lot of utility and quite a lot of angles, because look at this area, it's so open. Massive rail yards up top, so many little rat spots down below, wide open fields. If you got control of this room, you will be able to basically keep yourself tucked inside a very, very volatile world. And they've got so many just spare shield sends and batteries just lying around over there. Even a charged up purple armor in case they need to quickly armor swap and then continue fighting again. But Team Banes, they are engaging on top of the rail tracks, and that's going to be it. The last member of AVR has been taken down. We are down to the last 7 squads. Sides has spotted Team Banes, but this is a long-range fight. I don't think Team Sides wants to give up on this area. But there's another team engaging them from the last side. And now they're surrounded by Team Banes and this other team on their left. I don't know how they're going to survive this one.
That's Thunderbirds, by the way.
All right,
Thunder Buddies.
Yeah. So Team Bane's up on the railroad, and then Thunder Buddies, who are coming up close and personal. And these guys have the Kraber as well. So Thunder Buddies, these guys are probably one of the most dangerous set of buddies in town.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing the Kraber in action as well. Don't really have a lot of bullets, so he can't actually go ahead and waste all of them out. But at the same time, he has got a Volt as well. So if he just has to move in close and take a fight, he can do that. The Beast of the Hunt is going to be activated, and we are going to be seeing the side of Team Thunder Buddies maybe try and take this fight. On the other hand, you did mention the fact that sites are under the bridge.
They were inside that building, and now they've changed their position. So sites are now under the bridge, and Thunder Buddies are inside the building where sites were before.
Very interesting move coming up inside these sides, by the way. Yep.
Yeah, this is
Luna
closer to the
again.
center, so it makes sense.
Yes, it definitely makes sense. And this terrain is going to help them out as well.
Stay from the top, they can stay down below. VRDXE on the other hand, they are the ones who are just very, very sweaty right now. Really good stuff as they're able to wipe out the first death-protected wave. But now they've run out of them as well. And everyone's just buff naked right now. Just their shields and their flesh. No more protected by the totem. And that's the case for both these teams.
Well, interestingly, got Team Word.exe still putting up the fight. Still going to keep on engaging, and all of this information is being relayed on towards the other teams as well. There are a total of 6 squads, by the way. And yeah, Word.exe, they have made quite a lot of noise, and they've also given out a lot of information as well. Just below them was Team Sites, right? So Team Sites are going to hear everything happening above. But they're not going to engage. They're definitely not going to engage.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 6 squads in such a small area. At this point, you will have information overload. You will be able to identify if there are teams in particular areas, but you won't know which one is which. So you're just going to have to fight them and then find out who you're shooting at. Team Bane on the low ground. They're trying to make a run for the hills. You've got Team Sight somewhere in the middle of these hills, tucked in between the rail yard and the ground. And then at the very top, you've got VRDXE. Meanwhile, Thunder Buddies on the other side of all of this have a clear line of sight onto all 3 teams, which means Thunder Buddies are probably in the best spot right now to do maximum damage possible and get their red shields online ASAP.
Interestingly, we are going to be seeing the side of Team .exe might just go ahead and take on the side of Team Sites. Team Sites have been spotted out as well. And right now, we have got Team Word.exe making their push in over towards the bridge section and eventually over towards the stagings now.
God, Sights on the low ground. This is it. There's no more hiding, no more running. You get into that death protection and then continue to just rattle away your shots as much as you can. But that's going to be the end for Team Sights as they get destroyed. That center zone is like a shooting arena. You will get shot from every direction, and Banes are also trapped right now. They were able to win against Team Sights, but now there's no saving them. How will they survive? Because everyone has a clear line of sight onto them. The only way outside is just to gun your way out, shoot your way out, and VRDXE is so happy that Sights and Banes are in trouble right now, because now both those teams on the low ground are basically irrelevant in the fight. VRDXE can continue focusing on Thunder Buddies, and those are the 2 teams that have the highest advantage right now.
That's right, Word.exe, they might just go ahead and win it out as well, Krebs. You never know. We've got the side of Team Watched Apex bots who are going to try and fight off Thunder Buddies. Whereas Team Banes are also taking the fight from below. Team Banes are just chilling right now. They're like, we don't want no action right now. We just want all 3 of these squads above us to duke it out amongst each other. This is going to be the janitors and the cleanup crew is just going to come in and finish off whatever we can. And maybe try and get ourselves placed in a very good spot in the overall standings. Thunder Buddies, on the other hand, they are in a very bad situation because they have got 2 squads just on both the directions that they're going to be facing off.
Yeah, but
I thought of them is going to be... Yeah.
The only silver lining that these guys have is that they have cover. That's it.
That's it. Yep. Watch Apex bots are going to be using up the Revenant ult. The Death Totem is going to try and push in and take down the side of
Thunder
that
Buddies.
team, yeah, of Team Thunder Buddies as well. And yeah, watched Apex bots. I feel as if Switchy did not use the Revenant ult.
Yeah, but the moment they use their Revenant ult, Thunder Buddies focus their entire attention on them, and most of them will be sent back to their totems, which means now Team Word EXE have nothing but their bodies left. And they're just so annoyed by this team on the left-hand side. They need to fight them first. Ring pushing them closer and closer. Let's see what's gonna happen over here, because most of them are very low on HP, and a single touch of the ring will mean the kiss of death. Let's see if they can survive. Sandwich in between the ring and just a couple of containers for cover. The bridges have been raised, which means there's nowhere else left to go. Thunder Buddies also now being forced out of their building as much as possible, but a single heart chamber can spot both these teams. Oh my goodness, I want to know which one of these teams does the heart chamber belong to. It seems like they're just trying to stay on the high ground for as much as possible. They do not want to go down in any case, but Bane are the ones who are trying to come up on top. They try to jump up top, but World EXE are trying to shut them down. But at the same time, Thunder Buddies have to push them. World EXE are getting sandwiched between Team Banes and Thunder Buddies. Will they be able to win this one? Begum is firing away with the flatline. He's able to get one more kill, but Metro Legion just chiming in with the shotgun and the EVA 8. Begum is able to take down 2 players before he finally hits the dust, but now it's down to Bane versus Thunder Buddies. Will they be able to make this work? It's a 1 versus 3. Washed up Apex bots. They wipe out everybody. They were pretty much irrelevant in the fight up until now, but then they climb up. They were able to capitalize on everybody. They walked out Thunder Buddies while they were trying to get outside the building. Team Bane pushed on to World EXE, and while every one of these guys is just busy figuring out what's happening, washed Apex bots are able to take the win. So much good work done by them. And for a second, I thought they were the ones who were screwed, because they did not have the high ground. They did not, have an entry up on that ridge. But then they're able to get upstairs, they use the zip lines, and boom, so good.
So, watched Apex bots all this time had a really good position, and it was all just working out for them as well, right? Watched Apex bots, they're in a position where the zone was pushing Word.exe in towards the zone. Bane, they will also come up as well because they have nowhere else to go. The zone is closing in from the opposite side for the Sada team Bane as well, and they have to eventually make their way on top to at least survive and not die to the ring. And at the same time, it was the side of Team Thunder Buddies as well who were pushing up. And as soon as Word.exe were getting pushed in because of the zone, Banes, they thought that now is the right time to strike, and they tried doing that, but then they also got taken out by the side of Thunder Buddies. All Team Watched Apex bots had to do, because of that amazing positioning, they were just like, we can chill here, let all of these guys fight, and later on, we're going to go ahead and clean all it up, and just going to get the champion title to our name as well.
Exactly, and I thought Washed Apex bots had the worst position because they were not even fighting; they were just hiding on the low ground. Meanwhile, Bane, Word EXE, and Thunder Buddies, they were just hitting at each other constantly. They just fighting, and yeah, I think because of that, they had to spend too many resources trying to get their shields back up, get their health back up, and everything. And while all of these guys were just messing around with each other, Washed Apex bots, they just chilled over there. Yeah, sure, Word EXE tried to shoot them a little bit. But after that, there's no other team pressurizing them. At least they only have to face one team at a time, not all of them. I feel so bad for World EXE because everyone pounced onto them at the same time. They got sandwiched.
Yeah, match highlights are ready, by the way. So why don't we quickly jump straight towards the match highlights and see what exactly happened in that match? Because we did see at the start of the match, right, Crips? We had teams like Team Scythe and Team Banes going up against each other. Team Banes, they somehow managed to just make their way out of the Calamitizer, but Team Scythe, they went ahead and took down a team right here. They wiped out a squad, and with that, they further on moved it over towards the next part of the map. Talking about the next part, Team Banes were the ones who made their next move in towards the fragment to take on the side of. Wait, exactly, was that team, by the way? Do you remember the name of that team? I'm not really sure. Was it Play Like Pros? No, it was Team Alu. Team Alu. Yep.
Yeah, the
Team
ones
Alu
who were
the
running
ones
around
on top of the building. Yeah, on top of the building it was Team Alu, and Team Banes. They just made them moving over towards Fragment West. Top of the building, they went down and took down the entirety of Team Alu, and Shamsu was the last player, if I'm not wrong, and he also got chased down.
Well, Team Banes had a pretty good performance because they were participating in fights right from the start. Even Thunder Buddies, for that matter. First, they came over here from the skies, and they were able to destroy Best 9. Just wipe them out in a matter of seconds. And that's how Thunder Buddies got their better armors and whatnot. Vector Sports were just really, really unlucky because one of the members got stuck with the Arc Star, and then the other ones had to just run away without being able to revive him. Both.exe, these guys had a very well timed death protection, and because of that, they were able to win that fight coming into the staging area.
And then we saw Team Banes rushing in on towards a team right here. That was Thunder Buddies, if I'm not wrong. And then the Thunder Buddies somehow just survived and made their way in over towards the stagings as well. Word.exe, on the other hand, well, these guys were just an absolute powerhouse. Like the way they made their way in towards the top 3 as well, right? It was such a struggle for them. Every single point of time they had to, fight it out in order to survive and take their place as well, take their real estate. But yeah, it was actually like a big struggle for the side of Word.exe, and it's so unfortunate, and it feels bad to know that even after all the struggles, they still just kept on being challenged.
Yeah, poor Word.exe, trapped in between the ring, Thunder Buddies, and then Bane comes out from like nowhere to add to their troubles. And while all of this is happening, you can see how easily and calmly washed Apex bots were able to get up on top. After all these fights had ended, they got up on top and they were like, hello, here's our time and we are here to shine.
Absolutely. Watched Apex bots, man. What a smart move coming out from them. They knew that Word.exe are going to be pushed in because of the ring, and the ring is favoring the side of Watched Apex bots as well. And they just used it out to their advantage and got themselves a victory. Let's see what exactly are going to be the points that are going to be racked up by the side of Team Watched Apex bots and the rest of the teams as well. As we got the match standings ready, we'll be jumping straight in towards the match standings as well. Watched Apex bots, they've got a total of 20 points, Crips. This is going to be so easy for them. They might just move in over towards the first spot as well.
Yeah, that's a big game right there. You got 8 kills, you got 12 points because of the win. But then I think Word.exe were the sweatiest team over here. I mean, of course, why wouldn't they be? They were fighting so many teams at the same time. They first wiped the floor with Vector Esports, then they continued to take early positions on the ridges of the hills. I think they were also able to do quite a lot of damage because all of them had like red shields, and that's like very difficult to come by. And of course, when Team Sights and Bane started to fight downstairs, I think while those two were fighting each other, Word.exe might have stolen a kill or two, maybe, because everyone was shooting at Team Sights because they were like in the worst spot possible. In fact, I'm still surprised how Bane managed to survive for that long, especially when they were trapped down there on the low ground and we had everyone shooting at them. You know, like you're in like a hole, and on the side of the hole on top, everyone has different angles on you. That's just the difficult situation the Team Bane were in. So even after being like fish in a battle, Team Bane were able to come to third spot, which is honestly ridiculously hard and very, very good. And they outsurvived Thunder Buddies, the one team that had probably the best positions of them all. They were tucked inside the building, nobody to shoot them down. Of course, they had to push Sights out of there for Thunder Buddies to take it. But yeah, Team Bane managing to survive against Scythe and Thunder Buddies and then get to the third place is just ridiculous for me.
That's true. Watched Apex bots are also going to be very happy. They should pretty much place them at the top 2 or even the first position as well. It's going to be down to how exactly everything is going to play out, but I really feel for the side of Vector Sports as well. And again, last match they were able to rack up 3 points, and this time only 4. Like, they're again inconsistent, and they're not able to put up any sorts of kill points whatsoever. It's just placement points that they got this match. And with a team like Vector Sports, who are already sitting up there at the third spot in the overall standings, we expect more from them, right? We expect at least something more. Because it's going to be easier for the other teams like Sides, Word.exe, Watched Apex bots, or even Play Like Pros to go ahead and take your spot if you're not consistent enough. Hey, the overall standings are ready, so let's just quickly jump straight in towards the overall standings and see what is going to be the change over there. So there you go. I told you, Watched Apex bots are going to go ahead and take that first spot. 100 total points right there, Clips. And Sides are going to be in the second spot.
Yeah, they're the first team to cross the triple-digit mark.
It's insane.
Absolutely insane. Sides falling down to the second place. Word.exe not that far behind. I mean, there's a massive gap between them and Word.exe. You see, at one point there was like a gap of 2 or 3 points between the top 3 teams, right? And now we are seeing bigger gaps. 9-point gap between Watched Apex bots and Sides, and then Word.exe even farther behind. That's like, do the math. It's 4 something points. So yeah, the gaps keep on increasing between the top teams. But between Word DXT and Vector Esports, there's a difference of only 5 points. After that, after the first 4 teams, everyone else below them is in a league of their own, because between Vector and Play Like Pros, there's a massive gap, 67 versus 83.
Yeah. OP Skills, they also fall down from the 11th to the 12th spot. KXB Sports on the 10th now. Thunder Buddies from the 10th, they have risen up to the 8th. So overall, things are looking really, really good. And Thunder Buddies just keep on with this performance. They might be able to make the cut as well at the end of the day. Might be able to make it over towards the 7th or the 6th spot as well. Because there's not a lot of difference, right? Team Alu have got themselves 47, Thunder Buddies have got themselves 46. Team Alu, we know for a fact that they haven't been able to perform that much. They are surviving till the very end, but still, yeah, it's just the placement points that they're getting as well. Thunder Buddies, on the other hand, they're not only dishing out the damage, but they're also placing themselves at a really good spot. So that sort of is an added advantage and a bonus for them. Banes are still just going hard on that 6th spot, right? Like they still at the start of the day they were in the 6th spot, and they're still at the 6th spot. Like there's nothing that can shake them off from there. Play Like Pros are on the 5th still now, so nothing to worry about. Vector Sports, on the other hand, I feel for them. Getting dethroned from that 3rd spot is gonna hurt a little bit, but if they're not going to be able to get more points, then I feel like they might just be dethroned by the likes of Play Like Pros.
Oh, well, Play Like Pros definitely knocking on the doors of the top 4. But honestly, the only teams we need to look out for over here are Team Alu and Thunder Buddies. Maybe even Aviator Esports to some extent. You see, only 6 teams will qualify. And Team Alu, Thunder Buddies, everyone is vying for the top 6 spots. That means Banes need to step up. They've been at the 6th place, which is good enough, but they need to stay there for the remaining games as well. And we're only done with 3 games so far. So, yeah, we still have a long way to go. 2 more in store for us today.
Yeah, we got 2 more games to go, and I feel as if match number 4 and 5 is going to be that change of stance that we were talking about, right? A little bit of a change coming in from both of these both these matches actually. We're going to be seeing teams dropping in places where we don't expect them to, going ahead and hard dropping in, taking the fights head on. Maybe something like that might happen so that they can, bring in a little bit of a change of versatility in there. But only time will tell, though, as match 4 is going to be getting ready really soon. And as it's going to be ready, we're going to be jumping straight into it as well. But Crips, what are your expectations as we move in over towards match 4?
I have a lot of expectations. I don't know where to begin. Okay, let's try to take it from the top. Watched Apex bots, team sites, and which other team do I prefer right now? I prefer Banes. I already spoke about Banes, right? Yeah, Team Banes.
Yeah.
I like all of them, and all 3 are doing really well in their own, in their own way. But then there's sites, and these guys just keep on pouncing on everyone that they see. Even Vert.exe, actually, for that matter, they keep on pouncing on everyone that they see. Now, we saw them try to jump Thunder Buddies this game. It was Vert.exe, right? They tried to jump inside the Guinea bubble. That was Thunder Buddies, and they used up that protection. They caused quite a lot of damage, but then they did not re-engage. They just let them go. So, you know, stuff like that, discipline like that is what helps these teams win quite a lot. Let's see if they're able to, hone their discipline even further in the next 2 games, or whether they will go buck wild and start shooting up. Well, for that, we're going to have to go for a short break, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, because Game 4 will be live the moment we come back. See you soon.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're all set and ready to dive into match 4 for the day, and it is going to be, once again, your favorite casters, Assassin and Crips on the mic, walking you through all of this action. It's to the start of Vector Sports once again, moving it over towards the staging. And interestingly, I was expecting a little bit of a change, but looks like that again. Banes are going to drop in over towards Climatizer. We're going to be seeing the side of where exactly are team Word.exe. Oh, Word.exe, where are you guys? Can't spot you out. Oh, there you go. Word.exe are moving it over towards the lava siphon. And yeah, this time their colors are changed. So they were red the last time, and now they're light blue. Interesting. Over towards Overlook, over towards Overlook as well. Going to be seeing a squad. We've got Watched Apex bots, who are the champions the last match. Moving over towards Skyhook as always. So no change whatsoever, Crips. This is sad.
I mean, I'm pretty okay with no changes. Honestly, this is what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that Word.exe kept on changing. Wait, which was the team that was changing their locations
Word.exe.
again and again? That
Word.exe.
was Word.exe, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Word.exe changing their locations every time is what surprised me. Otherwise, I was used to these teams just dropping in the same location every time.
Kind of keeps them versatile and kind of keeps them always on the lookout as well by the other teams. It's okay though. I mean,
Probably it's okay. For now, no early game battles, which means everyone's gonna be safe. But Aviator Sports, they have a prey in their sights. The scan revealed all of them, and they reverse scanned them in return. The Bloodhound and the Seer exchanging information with each other.
it's Ayu is gonna be the one to go ahead and sort of scan out that area. Gonna throw in a thermite as well. Not sure if the side of Aviator gonna try and push this out. Oh, they're actually going for the scripts. I don't think so. It's a good idea.
Heart Chamber has been put online. They need to find it, but before they can do it, Rusty is going to be put to the ground. Oh my god, now only 2 more teammates left to deal with. They need to find them. And it seems like after using the Heart Chamber, these guys were trying to fall back, and now they found them just on the edges of the streamer building. And one more player goes down. It's Vishnu who hits the ground. Rusty's, once he was knocked, he will be confirmed. They just need to find the last person. It's a 1v3 right now. And where is that guy? Trying to run away still. I don't think they're gonna let that last guy even retrieve the banner of his fallen teammates. And Best 9 once again in trouble.
What happened? Did we lose Cribs there?
I mean, I'm right here. Best 9 is still in quite a lot of trouble. So,
Right.
yeah, they were destroyed by Aviator Esports. That's the Battle of Fragment starting and ending also pretty damn quickly. And unfortunately, he can't really retrieve the banners of his fallen teammates because he's pretty sure that Aviator will be camping those boxes.
Did not actually lose Cribs, but we definitely lost the side of Best 9. Hey,
what a
KXV
troll.
Esports. Yeah, I mean, KXV Esports. They've got that death totems ready, so I feel like, oh no! Okay, never mind. Thank God. He did not drop down. I mean, I kind of, get to panic a little bit because that has happened with me as well. When I was trying to get in towards a floor below, but fortunately missed the jump and dropped straight down. Not into the lava, but out of the map.
Oh my god. What a good tracing. He's able to take care of those people jumping up with the pad in such good fashion. He's dealt too much damage already. And unless their opponents have some shield batteries, they will be fighting an incomplete health. Meanwhile, KXB have the blue and purple shields already. Star delays them just for a little bit, but I don't think it's going to keep them any safe for longer. Power, good for one, but then comes Ronin. Oh no, he also will be able to shoot only one player down. KXB puts in a little bit of trouble as he has to fight 2 people at the same time. Make it 3 as Thunder Buddies will be able to get their Gibraltar back up on his feet.
Finally, one squad wipe, by the way. Like, it has been like, what, how many minutes since we started the match? And finally, we're going to be seeing one squad wipe happening right here. Thunder Buddies are going to be the ones to go ahead and get that squad wipe in, and we've got 12 squads left out. Started the match with 13. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I know you guys might be left scratching your heads as to what exactly happened to the rest of the teams as well, but yeah, they did not join. So, can't really blame them.
Word.exe on their regular World's Edge tour, just roaming around this time, and I think they're trying to go up north. Now, let's see who they find over here. I mean, close to Lava Siphon, We know the teams like to drop in the lava siphon area, but for now, I don't see anyone else around here. That kind of means that VertiXE will have to wait a little bit more before they find their first frags, but they've got purple shields already. Imagine finding such good loot right at the start, and this is just natural loot. It's not like they evolved their armors all the way up here. Meanwhile, Team Banes, on the other hand, they are safe inside of fragments.
See, I don't
I
know
was-
why Begum is running the Revenant, by the way, Crips. I'm just gonna, let you in on a little bit of an information. Like Begum, I still remember the previous invitational we did for Apex Legends. Begum was running the Octane. Not really sure why
Yeah.
he's playing the Revenant here. He's a cracked Octane, by the way.
I mean, the Revenant Octane combination is itself very cracked, so it doesn't matter if he's running the Octane or the Revenant. As long as two of them are running those characters, doesn't matter which one's playing who. I mean, at the end of the day, it also, I guess, boils down to preference. Maybe a little bit of compromise in between the teammates.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as if Begum is Begum is like me, like, he's ready to make the compromise. He's like, alright, it's fine for the team. I'm just gonna play Revenant.
I mean, the meta earlier used to be Gibraltar, one scanner, and then one fragger of your choice. Mostly either Octane or Wraith, depending on your preference. Right now, the meta is evolving. The Revenant Octane combination seems to be very lethal. I mean, because the Revenant now can climb up buildings like bloody Spider-Man. Why won't you want that? You can have infinite access points, and especially in World's Edge, when there's like a few access points to some buildings, right? You can either come in via the stairs, or you can come in via the zip lines. With a character like Revenant, you can scale the walls of extremely tall buildings and still get away with it. I mean, you could have, scaled the wall with other characters as well, but in order to do that, you need to know each and every nook and corner of the building, every spot that you can keep your feet on. And you can't climb up the building just that easily, but with Revenant, you can just press space and W, and you're done. That's why everyone's just picking up the Revenant again and again. The death protection is just like an added incentive.
Well, the ring is closing in, Crips, and I feel that this ring is not going to favor a lot of people. Might just favor the side of Team Bird.exe because they're over towards Lava Siphon. Wow, Iron Man. Is he again running the crypto? I feel like he is. His drone just flew out, by the way. That's his drone, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, this drone, the white one. You can see on the minimap.
Let's take a look at what's happening. We have Snow FPS, the last remaining member of Best 9, already inside Harvester. And considering that the ring is over there, everyone's going to be converging on him. So let's see how longer he can survive.
Well, Team Alu, for now, they are looking for information, and they know for a fact that there is a team over there. And they also know the fact that the ring is not in that team's favor, so they have to make the push, and they have to come in right here. And that's when they're going to try and make that rotation. Let's see if they decide Team Alu to go ahead and take them down as well. On the other hand, Team Banes are just behind the side of Team Alu. Thunder Buddies are going to go ahead and take the fight against with the team on the bridge. They have spotted out the Revenant. They have spotted out the Octane as well. And yeah, the Revenant's ult, the Red Totem, has been taken out.
Two on top as well. Need to make a decision. Do you focus on the rail yard or do you focus on the team below? There's just so many options. It's almost like Thunder Buddies are at a buffet. I mean, whenever my buddies go at a buffet, it's usually at a wedding. But this time, it's probably a funeral.
Oh, alright then. I really like the way you put it out there as well, but I'm sure that these guys are going to be ready to go ahead and put all of these bodies inside of the pits. I feel as if the side of Team Sights, they're right around the corner as well, and if they're not going to be ready, that is side of Team Thunder Buddies, but I'm just taking that as well.
Triple take, all right. I mean, I would much rather go up against a triple take than go up against a Kraber. So these opponents are on the better receiving end of it. They're gonna make a rotation through the buildings and probably get to the ring first. They do have a clear way to go there without taking any harm. So sides can take that safe rotation and move all the way towards the broken side of Harvester. But are they keen on fighting?
Where does he find the 1x HCOG every single time? Like, Chico Flip, he just managed to get the stuff he needs every match. And every time he's running the wingman.
Oh, it's the same building, Assassin. It's literally the same building again. And now you spotted him. He activated the death totem just now in the moment he used it. Adamov has been put to his ground. Oh, that's a very unfortunate situation over there as that totem was completely rendered useless. Sides now, they came in looking for one opponent, but they found many more. And they're getting pinched by two teams from two different entrances. Oh my goodness. They're getting sandwiched again and again, and Sides are in such a horrible position right now. They use the death protection as a last-ditch attempt to stay alive for as long as possible, but Team Alu is the one who's cornering them. And it's not just them. We have Play Like Pros converging upon them as well. Assassin, I feel so bad for this team Sides right now. Once again, they got sandwiched. It's almost like a curse that befalls upon them every game.
Well, two of the players from the Sara team Play Like Pros have got themselves using the exact same death totem as well. It's like Play Like Pros are going to be thanking the Sara team sides. They're like, thanks for the death totem. And yeah, we're just going to make you complete use of it. Don't you worry. Your death totem is not going to go to waste.
Play Pros have longbows this time around. I don't usually see these guys with a bunch of snipers, but yeah, I mean, considering the game which happened last time, all these teams were just basically deadlocked and taking pot shots at each other from far away. I mean, yeah, weapons like Wingman, Repeater, and Longbows might just be very potent in something like this.
Triple
How
take.
about a triple take? Yeah, that's even better. And you can see why exactly this weapon is so dangerous. Naan Kebab already got a pick, and now he's gonna jump right in. He doesn't care. The aerial maneuvers are so good. It's not even fancy footwork anymore. This guy is a pilot.
Well, interestingly, I can't say much here because I'm just completely in shock. How the hell did Naan Kebab make that happen? Like mid-air, how can you just go ahead and connect absolutely everything? Like that tracking is so good.
Exactly. Naan Kebab now wants to have his
Kevin
dinner.
King. Good night.
And he's gonna be
What
put
was
down
his name?
instantly. Yeah, he was the last surviving member of his team, so
Yeah.
makes sense that he dies almost instantaneously.
Man, the Seer has made lives of all of these players that are left out among their team so hard, right? Like, he just goes there and tracks them out from absolutely anywhere. He's got the heartbeat sensor, he's got the ultimate, he's got the signature ability, everything. Just goes ahead and tracks out the players who are trying to hide and maybe play it out for the placement points.
Well, at this point, Play Like Pros have the control of the Lava Siphon Central building. Unfortunately, this building, is it gonna keep them safe? Do they need to move into the ring? Is the ring over here? Yep, I think it pretty much is. They have a decent position as of now, but yeah, there's two sides to playing the center, especially when you're in an open building like this. A, you have the zone to yourself,
Let's go
but
this
also
way.
B, you can get shot from anywhere. They identify the next ring as well, and now they have a lot of good information that they can work with. They can probably position themselves for success.
Well, Play Like Pros might just be going ahead and getting that fight as well against the squad that they just spotted out. And over towards this region, we might just see a lot of dead boxes lining up really soon. Vector Sports on the other hand. Wow, finally we are going to be spotting out Vector Sports, and they are at the edge of the ring, Chris. Wingman and a Peacekeeper. Anuj, fancy Chica Flip a little bit?
Maybe. He's not the only one who can use a wingman, and Anush definitely wants to prove it. And at this range, I think these guys are just on the edge of the circle, which means they should be safe from all backstabs right now. They only need to focus on what's ahead of them. Oh no. At least they can dodge the Arc Stars with the rocks to their cover, but both the teams are now moving towards each other, and they're fighting over this one little rock bridge that protects them from the lava. And of course, the Gibraltar's gonna throw down the defensive bombardment. That's gonna force the players of Vector Esports to move away, and they're getting punished. They're taking a little bit of a stun from their own GB ult, but the enemies have certainly disengaged, so there's a little delay to this battle right now. Let's see what happens when they go around the other side. Aviator Esports to their left. Now, they can't spot out this fight that the Gibraltar team is facing right now, but they will be able to keep themselves tucked in pretty safe.
Yeah, Mojo.exe on the other hand, the caustic barrel is just gonna go ahead and pop off the poison cloud around, and Word.exe is gonna try and fall back, and they're gonna try and heal themselves up, get all the meds in. Deathwish is gonna go in for the reload as well. The Seer's signature ability is gonna be used, and we're gonna be seeing the entirety of Word.exe getting spotted out. Nan Kebab has made his way out of the building, and he's gonna go ahead and take some information now on top of the building as well. Begum is gonna assist him.
And while all of this is happening, Begum, he's trying to use the ultimate accelerant. Unfortunately, he was only able to get his ultimate up to 66%, which means he's still gonna have to wait a little bit to activate the Death Totem. But for now, we have Word.exe on the southeast corner of the circle. We already spotted out one team at the very bottom and another team on the western side, which means all the teams are basically playing edge. The only team that was playing in the center, these guys are long gone and they've already repositioned.
The buddies, they have managed to survive, and I'm pretty happy that they have as well. Yesterday we were just seeing them getting taken down at the start, but today it's a little bit different. The buddies are looking to make their way in towards the top 5 and the top 6. They're looking to make the cut as well as we head on over towards the final day that is going to be tomorrow. Digit Power and Aku Oberoi, this trio has been doing quite a lot.
All right, so at this point we can see Play Like Pros directly in the center. They have probably the best position in the game right now, and unless all the teams jump them at once, I think they should be able to defend themselves. Snow FPS, how is this guy still alive? His team died at the very start of the game, but he's in the top 7 right now. But as I say that, Word.exe are looking to engage upon the center building, and Play Like Pros are in a little of danger. Begum still has that protection, so he can try to make use of that. Maybe go in on the other side, and he's stuck him! That's going to be a definite death sentence, but unfortunately he's been sent back, so by the time he's able to re-engage with his opponents, a revival might come through. Word.exe gonna heal themselves back up, and still looking to re-engage, but that team, I think Play Like Pros, they're getting assaulted right now. Another team is throwing their Seer abilities at them with the micro drones, and that's just really, really unfortunate. Everyone knows who's in the center right now, and they're getting pinched from all sides. And while all of this is happening, Snow FPS is just happily ratting inside a corner.
Snow FPS is just chilling right there. He knows for a fact that both of these teams are going to go ahead and duke it out amongst each other. I'm going to give up, and as soon as they're going to be done, I'm going to move out as well and see what I can do. We try and place my team at a spot where we might just rack up some points as well. Word.exe, they're still not done with this fight, by the way. They're just trying to quickly go ahead and finish this off. Vector Sports, on the other hand, are having a tough time right now, getting shot at, and at the same time, we've got Nexus W on the alternator and the EY.
Alternator? Oh my god, run in the opposite direction, run for your life. No, you can't. You cannot run and hide from this one. Vector Esports have the big weaponry right now. So at this moment, 2 teams have triple takes. One of them has an alternator. So all these teams have some really, really powerful weapons.
One of them had the Spitfire as well earlier, but then that team got taken down. It's okay. Unfortunate. So a lot of high tier loot, right, this game?
Yeah, I mean, the Spitfire is kind of underwhelming in face of the disruptive round alternator. Yeah, one would much rather go up against that. But this gun is just a beast. All the Season 2 players would be having flashbacks when EA announced that these guys are bringing the disruptive rounds back. Word.exe still trying to siege Play Like Pros. This siege is just almost unending. How long has it been going on? An entire ring has gone by, and Play Like Pros are still inside.
Oh, a little bit of an ammo being exchanged right here. And one of the players are like, hey, I'm out of ammo. I need some shotgun ammo so that I can go up close in person. And Snow FPS is dead, unfortunately. That's going to be Thunder Buddies to go ahead and take him down, especially Aku Oberoi. He's running an LMG, by the way, and that LMG is going to go ahead and pierce into the Snow FPS. Dark Knight is going to take down Deathwish, and that's going to be Word.exe in a little bit of a trouble. Oh no! Deathwish falls down as well, and it all comes down to Begum. The alternator, it just goes ham.
They ran out of the frying pan, but ended up going straight into the fire. They tried to escape Play Like Pros, but they ended up running into Vector Esports. And Vector Esports have the better weaponry this time around. We are down to the last 5 squads. Even Snow FPS got taken down, so that's the last member of the ratting squad taken out. Vector Esports actually have a decent position right now. they have a little bit of cover. They will have to leave this cover very, very soon because the ring will force them out first. But hey, at least they can keep themselves safe for the next 30 seconds.
The next 30 seconds are going to be a constant struggle for them to just get themselves healed up and also find themselves a position where they can actually take this fight, take this final zone fight as well. Just look at the position coming out from the side of Thunder Buddies, Crips. They're on top. And Begum is all alone from the side of Word.exe and he's just below.
All right, so Begum on the low ground, surviving all by himself, pulling off a little bit of snow. Vector Esports inside the building. You've got two teams on the crane building, one on the higher level, one on the lower level. And yeah, just like this, in a very small and condensed zone, I do believe that the high ground will give you a little bit of advantage, but both the teams who have cover will have to come out into the open soon enough. Let's see if these guys are willing to relinquish their high ground advantage. And if yes, then how soon? Uh-oh, Begum got pushed, and that is the end of him. It's actually Team Vector Esports who are now trying to leave, but somehow they're just trying not to fall down instead. The team on top of the crane, they're now just running out of area to keep their feet on, and they will have to go down at some time or the other. But now there is a defensive bombardment below. Anyone who steps down will be blown up by a bunch of missiles. Avid Esports already downstairs. They're able to stop the revive from happening for the side of Play Like Pros. Well, one player's been taken down, one more remaining. They want to pick up as many kills as possible before the other teams drop down over here as well. There's going to be enemies dropping from the skies.
Avid Esports, they do have two more players left out and they're trying to find the final player onto that team. And I feel as if the Beast of the Hunt is definitely going to come into play for its RU as he's going to gain a lot of information. That's going to be Play Like Pros be falling down really soon, guys. There you go, Play Like Pros, they are down. 3 squads left out. And I still feel as if Thunder Buddies are still chilling up there.
Yeah, Thunder Buddies still haven't given up on that little high ground area. Vector Esports now, they're trying to stay over here. And I think Thunder Buddies have just been dealt with. Yeah, Aviator Esports versus Vector Esports.
Defensive
and
bombardment.
missiles are raining down from above. They all drop down into the crosshairs of the Octane. But that's going to be it. Vector Esports. These guys are just so good at holding their area down. They identify the win conditions and they abide by it. Thunder Buddies were forced to jump Vector Esports first. They were like, yeah, we have the highest ground over here, so why not we kill Vector Esports first, who are on relatively middle ground, before we go down at the bottom floor. But unfortunately, their attempt to go up against Vector Sports ended up in their demise, and Vector was like, yep, the only remaining players are downstairs. Let's just hit them with the missile swarm and the defensive bombardment, and then we are done.
Definitely, man. That was such a massive play coming out from the side of Vector Sports as well. And we did not see that coming, by the way. Vector Sports, we thought that that final ring, as soon as it started closing in, I thought that Vector Sports are going to be forced out of that position. And maybe Thunder Buddies, because of that position that they already have, might just be in a little bit of a, advantageous position. But then it's going to be Thunder Buddies instead who are going to push it on towards Vector Sports. And the Vector Sports just go ahead and take down Thunder Buddies. And it's just like that, in a matter of seconds, Vector Sports, they just jump down, they get the defensive bombardment ready, they go ahead and finish things off as well in that match. Amazing play coming out from the side of Vector Sports, and I feel as if the side of Team Play Like Pros are going to be very sad because they tried their level best and they had absolutely everything going in their favor.
Yeah, they were in the center of the zone, but Word.exe just made life for them like a living hell. They committed a dead totem towards them, stuck them with the Knockstar, knocked down so many players, and then they continued to lay siege on them, just not letting Play Like Pros exit that building at all. I mean, at the end of the game, none of that matters because both the teams, ended up with nothing. Begum, poor guy, he was just on the low ground, trying to hide all by himself because he was just too busy fighting Play Like Pros. He never really had chance to get inside the circle, and then his team suffered. Let's take a look at the highlights because this game was just so intense. I mean, both Vector Esports and Thunder Buddies had a little bit of high ground. It's just that Thunder Buddies, they ran out of area first, and Vector Esports had like 2 square feet of area left to stand in. That's it.
That's true. I mean, Vector Sports, man. It's just insane to see them going ahead and getting the victory as well. I'm so happy for them because they've been trying it from day one. Since yesterday, they've been trying again and again and again and again. But unfortunately, they were not able to do anything. Like, not a single champion win. But then finally, they get themselves a champion as well. KXB Esports in front of your screens right now. They took a big fight right here, but it was still the side of Team Wasting was the Thunder Buddies, right, to go ahead and take them down as well. Thunder Buddies actually emerged victorious in that fight. This is the second time or the third time that we're seeing Thunder Buddies go up against the side of Team KXB. So it's a little bit of rivalry being built up right there. Hey, this was the heartbreaking moment, Crips.
Yeah, team sides, they happily went inside, got a free kill, and then they got assaulted by two teams at the same time. Because you must have seen the reaction on Chica Phillips' face. He got hit by microdrones once, and then another time from the opposite direction, and that's when I realized, oh shit, we're on a sandwich and it does not taste good.
Yeah. Like, oh god, I just put down the dead protection and they're just gonna use it to go ahead and get more and more stuff done. But yeah, that was a really good fight coming out over there as well from the Sada team sides. Unfortunate for them. But hey, this was the best moment in the match. Naan Kebab, flying, getting himself that tracking done as well.
Yeah, just really, really good moment on everyone from team sides. They basically like to fly and kill their opponents, never really being on the ground, just keeping themselves mobile, whether it's in the air or whether it's on the ground. This time, this push from Begum was just so YOLO because he knows that protection is about to run out, so he just has to go inside there and die, deliberately die. But then, after he was able to lay siege and to play like pros, they tried to run away from play like pros and end up running into Vector Esports, who have the alternator with disruptive rounds. Yeah, that was a situation like, you jump out of the frying pan, you go into the fire. That basically is summing it up, what happened to Word.exe over there.
This is the final stage of the match where Aviator Esports, they managed to take down the final player, that is Dark Knight, from the side of Play Like Pros. But then eventually, later down the line, what happened was Thunder Buddies, they tried to take a jump on towards Vector Sports, but the alternator once again reigned supreme. And then all they had to do, Team Vector Sports, was drop in the defensive bombardment, which is going to make the players from the side of Aviator Esports panic with a capital K, run here and around like headless chickens. And they just jumped straight from that bridge down towards the ground and took down all of the players from the side of Team Aviator Esports as well. With that, Team Vector Sports were able to go ahead and get themselves the victory. Congratulations, Vector Sports, as this win is definitely going to go ahead and put you in the top three. I mean, they were in the fourth spot, should pretty much put them in the second spot if I'm not wrong. But yeah, team sides, unfortunate for them, they were not able to do much this game. So that might just, dethrone them down towards the third spot or something like that. Watched Apex Bots, I'm not sure if their seat is going to be challenged, but they were sitting at the 100 points right there at the first spot.
Yeah.
And Team Vector Sports had some 70, 80 around. So I'm not sure. Maybe we might be seeing something happen as well. The match standings is going to be ready really soon. And as soon as it is going to be ready, going to be jumping straight towards the match standings as well. And there you go. Vector Sports with 19 total points. Thunder Buddies with 15. Aviator Esports with 14. Play Like Pros with 10. Word.exe with 9. Wow.
The kill distribution is pretty even this time around. I mean, we have 7 on Vector Sports, Thunder Buddies with 8, Aviator and Play Like Pros both getting 5 kills each, and so does Word.exe. But the placement points of both these teams differ quite a lot. I feel really sorry for Word.exe and to some extent watched Apex Bot. I don't feel too bad for them because, I mean, they had only 3 kills, so they have objectively the worst performance of all these teams. But then their fight was an isolated incident. I feel bad for Word.exe because they were laying siege and to play like pros for the longest time, and then Vector Esports, they literally ran into them. It's not like Vector Esports came into third party them. No, they ran into Vector Sports thinking that an area would be safe, but then an entire team turns out to be over there.
To that, Vector Sports, they played it beautifully, that match. Like, they went ahead, got themselves on the frags. It was a really good performance coming out from the Sada team, Vector Sports, to just go ahead and use that ring as well to their advantage. They did not aggress, and they knew they had all the information in the world clips, but patience is something that, gave them that victory as well. And I'm a strong believer of the fact that in a battle royale game, if you really don't have, enough patience, it might just come bite you back in the butt as well.
Well, now that Vector Sports are on their way to the top, and Thunder Buddies just don't seem to stop, which one of these teams do you think will challenge Washed Apex Bots first?
I feel like Vector Sports, they might have a chance, but at the same time, Word.exe might be the ones to go ahead and challenge the likes of Scythe and Watch Apex Bots.
but I guess we won't need to wait a lot to find out which one of these teams are doing it. Thunder Buddies have been very consistent so far, but let's take a look at the overall standings and see where they are. They have moved up into third place. I'm sorry, not third place, sixth place. Yes, Thunder Buddies have replaced Banes as the number 6 team, but Washed Apex Bots are still on top. But now the difference between them and Vector Esports is just 1 point.
Yeah, Vector Sports. Just look at this, right? Like, the way they just quickly climbed up over to the second spot as well. And as I told you, Word.exe are gonna dethrone the likes of Sites. Sites have to come up with some insane performance right now. Otherwise, Word.exe might just stay in that third or the second spot as well. Word.exe are very close to dethroning Vector Sports as well. If Vector Sports don't really perform the final match of the day, then we might see Word.exe, who are consistently putting up performance every single game, go ahead and take the second spot.
Yeah, Vector Sports on second spot, Word.exe close behind on third, Sites on fourth.
Yeah, like
But then
Word.exe are the ones who have the maximum number of kill point scripts.
Oh yeah, that too. I mean, they are the sweatiest team for a reason, and we can see it by their playstyle because they often end up getting, sandwiched. I mean, to some extent, even Sides got sandwiched that time. Word.exe got sandwiched in game number 3, and stuff like this just keeps on repeating itself. So yeah, your quest for frags will land you in trouble more often than not. But then Washed Apex Bots and Vector Sports, they played smartly this time around. So even if they don't have the kills, they have the placement points and they have the wins too.
Completely. Watch Apex Bots, I feel as if what they have to do is for the final match, try and rack up as many kill points as possible. Not really sure about the placement points though, but yeah, kills are something that they are very prominent at. They know for a fact that they can do much damage, they can get many squad vibes, so please go ahead and do that. Try and focus a little bit more on building up the entire kill points and the total points to just hold on over towards the first spot, because we know for a fact that Watch Apex Bots have worked way too hard in order to reach that first spot as well. And if they don't want to get dethroned by the likes of Vector Sports, then they have to consistently put up the squad wipes and they have to consistently put up the kills as well. Otherwise, Vector Sports might easily go ahead and take the first spot. We might see the likes of Word.exe just make their way in over towards the second spot as well. So that is something that is a little bit of a problem for the side of Watched Apex Bots, Crips.
Yeah, for the difference between the first two teams, Washed Apex Bots and Vector Sports is just 1 point. 1 point difference. Like a single kill is going to change that. And the difference between Vector and the third place, I think it's Team Sides, it's just 4 points, 5 points at max.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of these numbers are not very far apart, and honestly, the game could change at any moment. And there's only one game remaining in the day. So at the end of day 2, I don't know if Washed Apex Boss will still be on the top, or will someone else take the throne away from them. I guess we'll have to wait and watch.
I feel as if Watched Apex Sports might be able to do something, or maybe Vector Sports might just go ahead and take it away as well. We don't have to speculate anymore, Crips, because match 5 is ready. So why don't we quickly jump straight into towards match 5 after the message from our sponsors.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the final match of the day, as we are once again going to be dropping down in towards World's Edge. Me and Crips are ready to see who exactly is going to be that team to go ahead and dethrone the side of Watched Apex Bots, or can Watched Apex Bots still hold on over towards the first spot on the overall standings? Well, only time will tell. For now, what we can tell you is that Vector Sports, who are inching very closer to taking down the likes of Watched Apex Bots on the first spot in the overall standings, they're the ones to be dropping in over towards staging once again. Banes have changed their drop site crits. They have dropped in over towards the thermal station this time instead of the climatizer. over towards Overlook is going to be no team. And mind you, Overlook is the hot drop for this match.
Yeah, but unfortunately, none of the teams go towards the hot drop. The circle, next one, is mostly going to be towards Fragment and Geyser. And that is super interesting because so far we have
Wow.
seen a lot of staging, countdown, and etc. circles. Last time we even saw Lava Siphon and a little tiny bit of Harvester. But we are yet to see a Fragment circle. And honestly, Fragment is the place to be.
Ritz, are you seeing the circle right now? Like
That's-
every single time, Banes and Vector Sports, you know, like especially Banes. Okay, let's talk about Banes. Forget Vector Sports. When teams like Banes and Alu and all moving over towards the Climatizer and the Epicenter and all that, the zone always comes in over towards Countdown or Thermal Station or Harvester or Lava Siphon. But this time, when Banes decided to go over to his Thermal Station, the zone comes in for the north.
That's just Apex for you. Just dumb luck sometimes.
True. For now, Lava Fisher is also going to be taken up by the side of washed Apex bots. I don't know why I say washed up. Is it like it's like
Same.
It's like it's something that you normally add after washed, right? Washed up guys, washed up players, washed up teams. Yeah, I mean, washed Apex bots. Quite a creative name, isn't it? Like, I don't think so. They're washed, man. Like, they're pretty damn good.
This time, once again, Aviator Esports might just go up against the team that they faced last time around. I mean, at this point, the score is 2-0 for them and Best 9, but how much longer are they going to keep on fighting in the same city? I mean, I've been keeping track of these guys. They were able to win against their hot drop in Fragment twice now. This is the third time they're getting challenged by the same team. So, yeah, Best 9 better bring their best performance. Otherwise, they're going to be out very early once again.
The best I need to do something about this. Like, it's just unfortunate to see them going down every single time, or maybe sometimes emerge out victorious as well over towards Fragment. It's always been that constant up and low for the side of Aviator Esports and Best 9. And to top it all off, teams like Banes, they just move it over towards Fragment and then they finish off whatever was going on between the two.
Massive shotgun here.
Oh, waiting for it to turn. Wait. Oh, Begum did not join this game, Crips.
Yeah, that's
Waiting-
what I was wondering. Why do you actually
Yeah.
have only 2 members this time around? Begum,
Wait.
I think he
Yeah.
might have, I don't know, probably had some internet issues or something or the other. Not really sure what happened and why he isn't in this game, but yeah, this is definitely gonna hurt them quite a lot.
Begum on top of that was the Revenant. So yeah, without the death protection, things are going to be
Yeah.
very hard.
Exactly. Sites over here are going to its Skyhook, and it's a pretty chill place to be. Very large city, very large areas to cover, sprawling landscapes, and on top of that, nobody else to challenge you over there.
So, the side of Team Banes, they are going to go ahead and find Team Vector Sports right here. And Team Vector Sports are challenged right off the bat, Crips. This is not good. Vector Sports, if they get taken down, then maybe it's chance for Team Banes to climb up from the 7th spot to the 6th spot as well.
Yeah, pretty high stakes battle over here as Team Banes decide to engage. That little crane on top of Landslide is the area to be. We saw Thunder Buddies over here camp last game, and this time, let's see who it is. Jump pads deployed, and Alpha Q is just gonna shield up before he finally goes back. But no, the Banes are deciding to disengage. All right, there's gonna be a little gap in this fight. I wonder why though. I guess they don't want to take the risk of going up against a team on high ground very early on. Plus, it's very difficult to go up on that little ledge over there, on the little crane area that the opponent is holding. And that opponent is none other than Vector Sports. They've already killed Nexus, so why not? They've got the man advantage. They have no reason to push this one. This area is relatively easy to defend, especially when you have such a massive advantage. And there's only 2 way up. One of them is the zip line, and the other one is probably jump padding to the top. And the jump pad that they deployed did not give them enough ground or mileage to get up there, so they decided to disengage because going up via the zip lines would probably be suicide. And they've got a kill already, so why?
Team Alu, on the other hand, they have also engaged themselves in a fight here. Seeing the Thermites right in front of Shamshu. And, well, he's gonna be like, oh, guys, I don't have any vision. But don't worry, I've got myself the heartbeat sensor, so I can still sense people. Oh, wow. Just got word from the production that there is a player just beside them who is AFK. They haven't spotted him out. Hello, Shamsu. Can you just go ahead and use that heartbeat sensor a little bit around?
Well, imagine what happens if that one AFK guy goes online in the nick of time and then
And wipes out the entire squad.
yeah, because Team will have no idea where he was, right? So yeah. Oh, it's Deathwish who's AFK. Unfortunately, he's gonna be left to his own devices, and he's still in those caves, which these guys just cross.
Yeah, and I feel like they're chasing the Octane from Deathwish's team.
Yeah, they gotta figure this out, right? Somehow, only Octane ran. Where are his other teammates? They killed one.
Well, one did not load up, so Begum did not load up.
Yeah.
And Naan Kebab is the one who is actually creating a lot of distraction here. Just running away, taking the entirety of Team Alu behind him. And Deathwish, well, I don't know what happened, but he's just AFK.
It's just Apex being Apex, I guess.
I mean, unfortunate for the side of Word.exe. Like, this game could have made a difference on the overall standings for them.
Yeah. Even Begum's gone. Now Deathwish is gone.
Team Baines went ahead and revived Safan, so that is something.
Yeah. They had an early disadvantage, but yeah. After the team that was chasing them left, they had the chance to get his banner and get him back. And they've already spotted another team in the distance. I don't think they'll engage at this distance. If they come closer, though, then that's another story.
He should not engage. He should just get the information, relay it onto the team, and just wait it out. Wait to see where exactly that squad is heading. They might just be coming this area, so you can actually set up for a beautiful crossfire. You can set up for a perfect ambush. And as soon as they move in...
That is if they decide to go towards landslide. I think they're just gonna take the gap in between those two mountains and try moving in towards the fragment area directly.
I mean, that story was evolving really good, Crips.
Yeah, I mean, it was still dependent on an if, right?
Yeah, that story was evolving really good, and I was like, if that actually would have happened, that would have been crazy, but nah.
Would have been crazy indeed. Alright, still having lines of sight. Team Baines. Oh, they've been spotted in reverse. Now, Assassin, it seems like your storyline will pop out. You were expecting the other team to come towards Baines, but something of that sort happened. The only difference is Bane go towards them instead.
The other team is, by the way, Washed Apex bots.
Alright, it seems like they want to go for the Apex Predators. They want to go for the team at the top. And they go back. They disengage now.
Interesting. I don't understand this. Why are Team Baines doing this?
I think they just want to keep washed up bots anchored over there. Because you see, washed up bots avoided the landslide area so that they could move towards fragment directly in between those mountains. And that building that you just saw them on, you know, the one with the two zip lines, that's like one of the most important buildings in the entire zone because it just allows for so much fast traversal across a relatively open area of land with no cover. So Baines, they shoot at these guys, they make a little bit of noise, and then they go back towards landslide. I think what they basically wanted to do is keep that team anchored over there, or keep them worried about getting flanked from the other side instead of going directly into fragment. That's just a delaying tactic.
Oh, the QB ult comes in, and we are also going to be seeing a heart chamber pop out over there. Thunder Buddies, they are the ones who are doing quite a lot of damage here with the 30-30 repeater and the Hemlock and all that. Desert has got himself the Hemlock and the Volt. Oh, the Hemlock and the Volt. Interesting. A burst AR and you've got yourself an energy SMG.
Thunder Buddies now just starting to move out of Overlook. Or rather, should I say, moving deeper into Overlook. I thought the jump out was trying to get them out, but it seems like they want to go for the fight instead. They're trying to keep themselves alive inside that oil building, but yeah, what do they do when their opponents are just this hell-bent? Thunder Buddies are also in the vicinity, right?
Yeah, Team Alu is Team Thunder Buddies. Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part is that Team Alu just finished off the final player from the side of Team Word.exe. That was the Octane. And after that fight, they just are about no, actually no, they finished off the side of Vector Sports, by the way. Yeah, Anuj bled out, and definitely Anuj got taken down as well.
This fight just seems to be unending. Reed's pushing in, 40 seconds left. They're not very far away from the circle. It's just over the mountain near Fragment, but still, one of these teams will end up getting gate kept. And at this point, they both are just engaged in a geographical race of sorts to see which one of them will be able to reach Fragment first while causing as much trouble to the other team.
Thunder Buddies are going to be forced out of their position, Crips. A bit of a problem. Banes, on the other hand, they are going to go ahead and take on Aiden Moth. Devil King as well. Devil King goes down. Is going to bleed out because of the zone. And Aiden Moth is going to be taken down as well without any issues whatsoever. Team Banes are looking strong, and they're looking to move in towards the next rank. Team Alu, on the other hand, they're also going to be forced out. To be careful. But more than that, they have to be careful about what the side of Team Thunder Buddies are doing. And Thunder Buddies, they've got on top of the silos.
Yeah, they have a decent vantage point on top of the silos. And look at how far they can shoot. They're shooting at players all the way towards village. That's how far they can see from the silos.
And that is Aviator Esports. And I'm not really sure if Aviator Esports are going to take this fight. They're just getting the hell out of here.
Yeah, I mean, they were just over here to check out about what's happening. They heard a lot of gunshots being exchanged between Thunder Buddies and Alu. So they were like, why not? Let's gather some information, maybe third parties. But nah, now the Thunder Buddies have spotted them. Aviator are just going to get out of here. They landed in Fragment. They came out just to explore, but they're going back to their home turf.
Oh my god, Akubra. So many meds being used here. He's going to go ahead and use the med kit. He's going to use all of the shields as well. And he took so much damage. Like, that was a fight that actually use up a lot of resource of Akubra, but at the same time, it also gave up their position, and also it just is gonna make them vulnerable.
Now they're shooting back at Team Alu. Alu don't care; they're just running.
Oh,
They're just running.
By the way, best nines, they have been engaged by the side of Team Sights, and
Alright.
Yatu Place took down best nines, one of the players. So that was interesting as well. Imagine where that would have taken place.
I mean, Best Nines were in Fragment. They were trying to fight against Aviator Esports. The fight got delayed, so just trying to think of all the places that Best Nine can go to. Or rather, should I say, all the places that Washed Apex Sports can assault them from. Now they are on the edge of village. They must have heard Team Alu rotate in. They know that someone or the other must still be in the area, maybe even all the way in Overlook. So at this point, if Washed Apex Sports continue staying here, they will not only have one of the prime properties in their control, but they will be able to gatekeep the players of Thunder Buddies as well. But before they gatekeep them, they have bigger problems to deal with because they've got two teams on either side of each other.
Washed Apex bots are just gonna go ahead and recharge their shields because they know that there is a team right on top of the cliff, behind the rock, 110 if I'm not wrong, yeah, east. Oh wow! look at the places that they've camped themselves up onto. Good area right there. Oh my God! It's Ayu. Chill down.
Well, this is one very sneaky spot. In case any of the teams decide to get inside that house, which I believe will happen because there's very little real estate remaining, most of Fragment City has been nullified by the zone, which means the village is the only place with compounds available, with zones available. And if any of these teams desperately get inside the house looking for cover, they'll probably not check that corner upstairs, and that will just be a trap, it's a trap waiting to be sprung.
Again, Chico Philip has found all the attachments for his wingman.
Well, let's see if he's able to land shots with it. Washed Apex Spot not hesitating to reveal their positions. They were one of the first teams to arrive over here, so now they're just checking which one of these houses are taken, which one of these houses still have players in them, or they're vacant. They're gonna go property hunting, maybe even hunting for frags.
Oh, by the way, they already activated the death protection, but they're not making the move. Hello, what's going on?
Oh, they will soon.
Oh, alright, they're just waiting for Switchy to get that as well. Yeah. Wait, hold on a second. What happened?
It's just a bug.
Oh, the hut chamber?
No, I think somebody shot down the totem itself. That's how all of their ultimates got cancelled. They shot down the totem through the window.
Oh, I see. Interesting. So that is unfortunate. Not only were they not able to use their dead protection, but now they're gonna be caught out between two teams.
Yeah, they're going to be caught between two teams, and Banes are the ones who spring the assault open. They have a little bit of that protection of their own, but they were just getting outside their own house to say hi to their neighbors. Let me tell you, it's not a friendly neighborhood over here. The Spider-Man is not welcome in this unfriendly neighborhood. Banes are
Definitely
still
not
inside the
welcome.
cave, so yeah, that could be something. I mean, they can't stay here for too long, but hey, at least they're not, engaged in a shopping spree of real estate. They can just close and open the door whenever they feel like it and just chill. Hopefully, the ring won't push all of them out. Oh, yeah, there's a tiny bit of the cave left behind this door. They can still hang out inside the cave.
The ring is going to be closing in, and this tiny little bit of space that Crips was talking about, I feel as if Banes are just going to keep on holding on to it.
They will hold on to it with their lives. I mean, nobody can break down the bigger door, but the smaller door can be broken down. They're just hoping that nobody throws ordnance at it.
Man, the amount of information Sefan has right now. He spotted out everyone in that building, in that compound. Everyone. Will is going to relay that information as well and maybe try and take a little bit of a shot here and there. The R301, that range, I don't think so is the best of the weapons. For now, yep, the entire 7 squads are in this region. This is most probably the final circle here, as the ring is going to be closing in about a minute and a half. We have got one team, that is Thunder Buddies, in one compound that are being engaged by the side of Watched Apex bots. Behind Watched Apex bots are team, which team was it? Play Like Pros. And behind Play Like Pros are another squad. There should be team sides, by the way. So yeah, it's a little bit of a chaotic moment right here, Chris.
Oh yeah, definitely. Very few houses remaining and the circle becomes even smaller. Team Banes are going to have to come inside now. They're going to have to leave their cave. Everyone's using their heart chambers. Now, that's my problem. Do any of these people have ultimate accelerants? Because you're going to need these ultimates in the final circle. This is not the final circle. There's still a little bit of room remaining, and I don't think all the squads will start fighting over here. Some of them will, some of them will even die, but all of them won't full send in unless they find a good opportunity to third party. Oh my god, that is the end. Sites have been destroyed. Watched Apex bots and Play Like Pros looking to jump in on the opportunity, but they're a bit too late to the party. Watched Apex bots now finally find where their opponents are. Team Alu, while all of this is going on, are still chilling. They're not looking to engage. They're in fact outside their own compound and now just hiding inside. Not even inside, they're just hiding behind a little rock. And they're waiting for everyone else to kill each other.
They definitely are looking for information right now, and that is something that is going to help them out as well. With that information, they can make their next move inside of the ring. Whereas Team Banes, they've lost Blank. No more Revenant. They have to deliver that to the Beacon in order to revive him as well. But I don't think so. This late into the final ring, nobody's going to be that ballsy to go in for a revive.
Uh-oh. They're like pros. They see one team initiating against the other. And now they're wondering whether they should go in for this fight or not.
Interestingly, they've got another shield right here as a backup, even if their mains go down. 5 squads left out, Crips, and I feel as if Play Like Pros do have the chance to go ahead and get one more championship title to their name. Aviator Esports, on the other hand, they're the ones who are going to be forced out of that spot. The Thermites are going to be coming in as well. Abizone, I'm not really sure why is he so out in the open.
Oh my god. Imagine having the Kraber in a small zone like this. You can destroy anyone from the window and they will never have a chance to get back because by the time the revival comes through, the ring will already be pushing you. And there's very little area left inside that house as well. So, I mean, sometime or the other, you will be forced to peek through the window. Play Like Pros detecting everyone over there. They've got this team cornered, and if an Oxstar lands over here, that's going to be the end. There's barely any space to run away from this, and look at the damage being dealt. That is one way to deal with their opponents, just blowing them apart. Oxstars, grenades, thermite grenades, whatever it is, you name it. All of this will be relevant right now in this semi-urban battle.
Kraber.
Hostile right here.
Ah, that Kraber did a lot of damage, and Abizone is gonna be like, well, I'm out of here, guys. Don't wanna take this fight. On the side of Team Thunder Buddies. And on the side of Team Thunder Buddies, by the way. And also just inside of that compound, we got Washed Apex Bots from the other side. Beryl is sticking out, man. 1 HP has spotted out that guy. And right now, Play Like Pros, they're sort of confused as to what exactly they're supposed to do.
All right, now at this point, you've got Aviator Esports trying to make a run outside, but yeah, they're going to be getting pinched. Devil Stoner also got turned on by two teams. We have Aviator Esports still in a little bit of trouble. They like pros. They're starting to take a little bit of damage, but they can't stay over here for too long. There's Oxstars that are gonna be stunning them, and they don't have time to heal up their shields. The Wraith dies instantly. Mr. Freak also in a little bit of trouble. Thunderbird is still inside the zone, and now they're starting to move out. They have a little bit of cover for themselves. The bubble goes up for additional security, and Thunderbirds might just have a good chance of winning over here. They're up against Washed Apex Bots. Thunderbirds versus Washed Apex Bots. This is the battle for the last championship of the day, ladies and gentlemen. A 3 versus 3, but the Gibraltar gets stunned. John FPS, he's all on his own, but he loses the shield. Switchy comes back just in time, but can they trade? Yes, they can! Washed Apex Bots continue their reign of dominance.
Oh my lord. Watch Apex Bots, what are you guys on today? Just when we needed you to go ahead and switch things up, uplift yourselves, you did it as well. You're not going to give up on that first spot that easily, that's for sure. Watch Apex Bots, the way they went ahead and patiently played that final ring out is the highlight of that match. They did not aggress and they knew for a fact that Play Like Pros, they are going to be screwed with the ring. They are going to be forced to move out of that area. They're confused as to what they're supposed to do because Aku Oberai from the side of Team Thunder Buddies, Thunder Buddies. He, with the 30-30 repeater, took down two players from the side of Aviator Esports. That is insane damage right there. Not only did he go ahead and make things easy for the side of Team Play Like Pros and, sort of encourage them to make the push as well. Aku Oberai took down two players from the side of Aviator Esports. Aviator Esports' final player was trying to get something done, but then at the same time, it was the side of Team... Watched Apex Bots to go ahead and start fire as well onto the side of Aku Oberai gang. As soon as the side of Thunder Buddies got taken down, it was just a straight up one-on-one duel as well. We're going to be reliving all of those moments in the match highlights as we're going to be jumping straight into towards the match highlights as well. But Crips, that fight coming out from the side of Watched Apex Bots was just something insane.
I swear, Washed Apex Bots, I was really worried about them. In fact, I was worried about all the teams because none of them had like an advantage of sorts. Everyone was like equally screwed. And at one point, I thought the only thing that will determine the outcome of this game is how many ultimates these guys have. Do these guys have left? Do they have like an extra death protection? Do they have the heart chamber or anything of that sort? Like, take a look at this. Play Like Pros had the higher ground. Yeah, they were at the corner. In fact, they were one of the only teams who were not relying on a compound, but they were out in the open. But then the ring pushes them, and they were out. As soon as Play Like Pros got destroyed, Thunder Buddies used the bubble for extra cover. I think they might have used it a bit too early. I think they just wanted to cross over towards this the bunch of boxes over there. They upgraded to red shields, and then they were ready to fight. But then, in a 3 versus 3 battle like that, it just depends on how well you can trade. And unfortunately, poor Gibraltar over there got stunned by the Arkstar, so he couldn't even help his teammate out, even though he was in a position to trade.
I watched Apex Bots. Well, they went there and got themselves that championship title as well. They're going to be very happy, and they're just going to hold on over towards that first spot as well. Nobody can dethrone them for now, though, unless and until we're going to be seeing something insane happening in day 3. That is going to be tomorrow, the final day for Qualifier 2 finals. But Crips, for now, at the end of day 2, watch Apex Bots. They're still going to be reigning on that first spot, and they're going to be very happy with that as well. The match standings are going to be ready, and as soon as the match standings are going to be ready, we're going to be popping it up right in front of your screens, and we are going to take a quick look at who exactly is going to do a lot of change in the overall standings, because I know for a fact that Thunder Buddies, they might just, rise up in the overall standings a little bit more with that placement point right there, the third spot that they got themselves in as well. They've managed to put themselves in the top 3 and the top 5 in almost all the matches today. And Thunder Buddies, they have stepped up big time for day 2.
Thunder Buddies definitely have stepped up big time, and they have been so consistent as well. Like, in 2 games back-to-back, they got the second place. They finished second in Game 4 and Game 5. I mean, yeah, sure. Washed Apex Sports can pick up all the wins they want. Vector Sports can get the dubs. They can get the championships. But nah, it's the consistency that matters at the end of it all. And I think
Yep.
Thunder Buddies are well on their way up.
Even watched Apex Bots talking about consistency, right? Since day one, match one, they are the ones to deal a lot of damage. They're the ones to rack up all the squad vibes. They're the ones to go ahead and deal the most amount of damage and rack up the kill points as well. And here we go. They're the first spot as well, dethroning absolutely everyone. The likes of Sides, the likes of Vector Sports, the likes of Word.exe, all the other aim stars as well. They're being knocked out thanks to watched Apex Bots as well. The match standings are ready. Let's quickly jump straight into the match standings and take a look at the match standings and see how many points did Watch Apex Bots get. And oh my god, 12 placement points and total of Telkin points. Make it 22 total points, Grips.
Jesus. They had 103. With this, they're going to
yeah.
have 125.
Yep.
And the closest competitor to them, that was what? Team Sight, right?
No, on the second spot, it was team Word.exe.
Word.exe. What did they get?
No, sorry. Word.exe was fourth,
Vec-
Vector Sports were second, and Sites were third.
Yeah, but doesn't matter what happens to any of them. Sites, Word.exe, Vector Sports, all of them have single digits. In fact, Vector Sports have only just 1 point. They got one placement point, that too for absolutely free, and no kills. Word.exe, they have 2 placement points. That's why for a little bit longer, but again, no kills. They got destroyed right at the beginning.
Yeah. That is true. I mean, Vector Sports were not able to do much. They just got caught as well out in the open. And that is something that is going to hurt them for sure. And maybe just steal their slot from that second spot. Maybe it's going to be time for the side of Team Sites or even, I don't know, Word.exe to go ahead and take that spot as well. Word.exe only managed to get themselves 2 total points in this game, but Sites got themselves 6. So maybe Sites are going to jump in towards the second spot, Crips.
Team Sides, I mean, I don't know if they can jump around to the second spot. I mean, they could probably do it. The difference between them was like, what, 5 points or something like that. So, yeah, with this, they might just be able to cover that gap. But I don't think anyone can get over Washed Apex Spots now. These guys are at 125 points in total.
Yeah.
And to cover a 20-point deficit, you're going to need a massive game. You will need games with the plural, with an S.
Yeah. The overall standings are ready, guys. So the moment that we've been waiting for is going to be ready, and we're going to be seeing who exactly is going to be the second spot. And wow, Vector Sports is still in the second spot. Sites in the third. Word.exe in the fourth. Play Like Pros in the fifth, and Thunder Buddies on the sixth. Banes are still on the seventh, Crips. And Thunder Buddies, really happy for them to make their way into the sixth spot as well. Team Alu have made their way towards the ninth spot. KXB are back on the 10th. And Washed Apex Bots at the first spot, 125 total points, just like you said.
125 points. Jesus, I can't even comprehend the level of effort you will need to overcome something like that. And this is a good way for Washed Apex Spot to end the day too, right? You end the day with a decisive victory and a very decisive lead. You go into day 3 knowing that nobody can topple you. And for day 3, Washed Up Apex Spots, they don't even need to have good games. Yeah? They don't even need to play well. All they need to do is make sure they don't have bad games. Like, getting eliminated
at the start.
getting taken down at the start, dying with like 1 or 2 points. All they need to do is avoid those bad 1-2 point games. If they keep getting like 5, 6, 7 points every game, I think they should be fine.
True that. And what we have to look out for day 3 is the battle between Sites and Word.exe. Because take a look at it. They both have got total of 99 points. Word.exe, we know for a fact that they have been consistently putting up the kill points. But the last match did not favor them that much. So Sites, with that, with the 6 points that they got, Team Sites made their way in towards the third spot. And yeah, moving in towards day 3, it's going to be that battle that we have to look out for. Sites versus Word.exe. Who exactly is going to duke it out for that third spot? But more than that, what we have to take a look at is Banes and Thunder Buddies. Because right now, Thunder Buddies, yeah, they have made their way towards the 6th spot, right? But what's important is to qualify. And to qualify, you need to be the top 6.
Yeah, and now the difference between Bane and Thunder Buddies continues to increase. There's an 8-point gap between them. Now,
and don't forget, Chris, don't forget, Aviator Esports, every single game have managed to stay alive, top 3, top 4, top 5. All right?
All right.
And they're at the 8th spot right now with 61 points. And Banes are consistently having a bad game. Throughout day 2, they did not have a good game. So
Yeah.
moving into day 3, if they don't step up, Team Aviator Esports might go ahead and take down Banes. And if Thunder Buddies have a bad day, it might be Aviator Esports to qualify instead of Thunder Buddies and Banes.
All right, so there's like a lot of storylines that could be the case
That's
over
right.
here. Basically,
Yeah.
Banes, Thunder Buddies, and Aviator Esports, all these 3 teams are going to be someone that you need to keep your eyes on tomorrow.
Exactly.
And keep in mind, tomorrow is the last day to qualify for the finals of Rise of Legion tournament.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be the final day of Qualifier 2 finals, and then we're going to be having Qualifier 3, and then the grand finals as well, which is going to be happening.
Oh, wait, there is
between
one more
all three.
qualifier. My bad.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. This game is just so
Yeah.
intense.
I
I'm
know,
just
right?
looking at the stakes, in the near future.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I completely understand. Getting zoned out is quite okay because this is just unbelievable. Because this is so close. We can have absolutely so many avenues that are gonna open up tomorrow. We might just see some other team come in and qualify instead of all of these teams who are already in. But yeah, it's all gonna be down to who exactly is gonna be able to put up a massive performance tomorrow. And tomorrow is going to be the day where we are going to be getting ourselves 6 more squads. We're going to be entering into the grand finals, make it total of 12. And then we're going to be having 6 more joining in from Qualifier 3 finals. It's going to be happening next week. But yeah, don't forget to tune in tomorrow, guys, for the final day. Qualifier 2 finals, because tomorrow we're going to be getting ourselves 6 more squads that are going to be advancing in towards the grand finals. You definitely don't want to miss this one out. Qualifier 2 finals have been very close, and it has been very intense as well. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and hit the bell notification icon to never miss another update whenever we are going to be going live. All the updates regarding the standings and everything is going to be posted on the Esports Club's Instagram page and our socials. So don't forget to go ahead and follow our socials using the link down in the description below. Check out the amazing range of Lenovo gaming notebooks powered by the brand new Intel Core processors using the link down in the description below, and support our sponsors as well. With that, me and Krips are going to sign off for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be seeing you guys tomorrow with more and more Apex Legends action. Until then, goodbye, good night, sweet dreams.
From the outside, who would know what lies beneath? Unleash it with a machine as savage as you are.
This is how legends are made.
Lenovo Legion. Stylish outside, savage inside.